Hello? Hello, hello. Puma, Wolf Tests. Hi, guys. How are you? Congrats on first Puma. Congrats on second Wolf Test. And the 15 stream streaks. 15 stream streaks. Is that all of them? That might be all of the streams. Yes, hello. Hi, guys. Hope your day's going well. I feel like I've had a busy day. Oh, hi, Naya. Hi. Congrats on third. Thank you for stopping by. Hello. I hope you're doing well. Oh, 15 stream streak. Well, that's kind of nice to know. I can use that to figure out how many streams I've been doing. Um, what else was I going to say? I've had a busy day. Day today. I drove for 4 hours for work today. Drove 2 hours to a place. Took work photos for like 20 minutes. Got breakfast, Starbucks, and crumble. And then I drove 2 hours home. On my way home, I had to brake really hard, and the crumble cookies box fell off my chair onto the floor. Luckily, it was closed. But they were all jumbled up in the inside. They'll still taste good. They're just ugly now. I forgot. Wait. Asaring? Hi, Asaring. How are you? Thank you for stopping by. Did you tell me to call you something else? I forget. You may have. But yeah, I hope your day is going well. But yeah, I dropped all my crumble cookies on the floor, but the box was closed. It was also really foggy this morning. The weather was terrible, and the drive was awful. Hey, Annex. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I uploaded some work photos. I took a shower. I trimmed my beard. I did some push-ups. What else did I do? So I feel like I've had like a busy my whole morning was filled with stuff until like this moment. I feel like, and now I wanted to work on this build, so now we're here. So I guess I've been keeping busy today. But I hope you all are doing well. Hope your days are going well. But yeah, I really want to get this Goth house finished. I don't think I'll be able to finish it today. But if I could finish it, I've been doing this for too long. um, Doing well. I just wanted to let you know that your builds inspire me to step up my game with my builds too. Aw, thank you, Annex. Working on a royal palace in Tomarang, very Asian inspired. That sounds awesome. I did something like that. I did an Asian inspired build for there too. A palace. I have a little save file that I was working on, a fantasy save file, and I was like working on palaces for each one of the worlds. I might repurpose them eventually, those builds, but yeah, I'll have to pull that one up at some time. It's got a really cool roof. Is it on the gallery? It is not. It is not. It's got this like really. I could upload it. I think it might have some CC in it. I was using CC at the time a little bit, but it might not. It might not. I could look at it. I'd like to tour some of my old builds. I feel like I have so many builds. I could show you right now. I'd be willing to show you right now. It wouldn't take very long. Um, it's 80 degrees there today. Oh, nice. I think it's kind of hot. It was a weird day today. It was raining and it was 34 degrees and it was like pouring rain all on my drive home today. Which I'm glad it wasn't snowing. Um, It would be nice if you would show up, but I don't want to keep you from your goth build. No, it's okay. No, it's okay. I like it. I'll show you. It won't take too. Well, it won't take too long. And I'm not. We're just hanging out. We'll be good. I haven't opened that save file in a long time. It could be this build is also a bit old-fashioned, I would say. Maybe. Well, we'll take a look at it. I think I finished it. I assume you built on the same lot because I feel like, but you'll have to tell me. Here we go. Here it is. Royal save file. I haven't opened this in a long time, and I'm not going to save. Remind me not to save and quit. I need to just quit because I don't have my CC. Let's see. I'm going to go to, I guess I can show my screen now. Yeah. It does not snow here. Are you in Florida? Is that where you said you were? I'm building on the, I think, 30 by 30 in, where the park is located. Which one am I building on? Where is it? Where is it? Tomarang. Donde está? I built it on this one for the 40 by 30. I used those like roof pieces. That scared me. I thought that someone was naked there for a second. Okay, there's a little bit of CC in here. But I was pretty proud of the shape. I was inspired by real life. Something. But I used those roof pieces that came in the pack. I haven't shown this to anyone. Okay, have you checked out Ondarian yet? I still haven't even been to the world yet. I would be interested in looking at it. I haven't really looked at it either, not up close. I used the roof piece once. I barely ever use these, but when I do use them, like I've used the island. I should show you the island living one too, because I do love that build. The only time I've ever used the roof pieces was when I've used this one. I've sized it up and used it in the island living worlds as well, because you can't really get this shape. You can't get this shape very easily. But I don't think the inside is too crazy. Oh, I didn't even finish it. It's not finished. It's kind of interesting. What color? I also, for this like kingdom, their color scheme was black, and for each palace I was doing their color scheme. So this family's color was black and grays. So there's like a gathering space here. Trying to be inspired by the region a little bit, but it's also fantasy, so I wasn't going too in depth. But yeah, there's not a whole lot of interesting stuff in here, I guess. I don't know. It's cute, like servants' quarters, perhaps. A bath, like a literal bathroom, bathing room. And I didn't finish it, but it's pretty cool. There's like an outside patio. How can you get into your account for Sims if you don't remember the information? You would need to know the email that you used to sign it up. When it pops up, you type in your email into the spot and probably click forgot password, or you can click forgot password, and it'll ask you to type in the email that you forgot the password for, probably, and it'll send an email to that. Oh, hey, Shelly. Oh my God. Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? I was just, we're going to be working on my goth house, and I yeah, I got distracted and started building, or showing off a build, a palace. Hey, Sponge. Hello, how are you? Nasenya, how are you? Thank you for stopping by. Shelly, Cutie Sim. Thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate that. That's awesome. So it looks like you copied the wrong thing. I wonder why raid isn't working. If you're having a good day. I find raids to be very confusing. They have never worked right for me so far in my brief streaming journey. I've had very little luck with them. It's been a heck of a morning. I can relate. I can relate. It's been a bit busy. It's been a bit busy for me today too. It's a wannabe raid. Hey Jay, hey, how are you? But yeah, anyway, I this build isn't finished, but I like the way the roof looks a lot. I was very happy with it. Um, bedroom up here. That's about it. I didn't finish the build, obviously. The roof is epic. Thank you. I think I was inspired by pictures. It's really hard to get this like roof shape, you know. These are really cool. Music is nice. Thank you. I'm glad that you like it. I'm glad you like it. This is amazing. Thank you. I do like it. I should finish it. This particular save file is like a fantasy save file that I honestly haven't quite finished, and I've moved on to like an occult save file thing. So I think I might repurpose. I have intentions in the future to repurpose a lot of these builds. Let's take a look at Sulani because I love this build. I love this build too. And I need to repurpose this one too. Gorgeous roofing, I could never. Aw, thank you. I think you could. I believe in you. I think I was just inspired by pictures. I love this build. This is my oh, thank you for the follow, Sanya. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. This build is the Sulani Palace for this world. I love it. I feel like I could repurpose this as like a resort, you know. Pinterest is my go-to for build and spell. Yeah. I feel like I just find stuff all over the place. This build is like finished. I'm pretty sure this is finished. Looks like it's got an inverted floor plan. This is the basement. Very pretty. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. This is another one where I used these roof pieces. I forgot I can't talk yet. I'm confused. I don't know what you mean by that. I forgot I can't talk yet. Oh yeah, no, I guess this is the basement. So like this, the first floor is like a bit of the basement. It's telling my message wasn't posted due to moderation settings. Oh, interesting. Oh. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, that's probably what it is. There we go. That should be better. That should be better. There you go. I'm sorry about that. Okay, there we go. But yeah, this build is very large. I think it'd be kind of cool to repurpose this as a resort. You all good? Okay, good, 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 good. There's a bunch of bedrooms. I haven't seen this build in a long time. I built this a couple years ago. But I like the shape of it. It's kind of empty. I feel like it wasn't until recently that I've really gotten a groove with like furnishing. Also, to a certain degree, this is supposed to be a bit old-fashioned because this whole save file was like a fantasy, like a historical themed save. So to a certain degree, it's a bit old-fashioned, but my favorite area is the that bedroom over there. I think is really cool. And the people who lived here would be mermaids. That would have been the idea. Is that so they're mermaids, and they are like the royal family of Sulani. So yeah, they got this gigantic house here. This is the primary suite. It's off like on this bridge. There's all these big decks here. They have two beds. They have an inside and an outside bed. Like I picture when it's nice weather, you sleep on the outside bed, and when it's bad weather, you sleep on the inside. And like I picture they would just like they're mermaids, right? I picture them just like diving off. This is actually like super shallow, but I picture them like jumping into the water from there. So and they just have like a nice view. That's a nice idea. Thank you. That was kind of fun. You know, you have this nice view when you sleep. Like, how perfect is that? Like, are you kidding me? That's awesome. And yeah, we got a bathroom here. We're a bit simple. Again, this is a bit older, so I feel like I would do it differently now. I love how you have this room. What a beautiful view. I know, it's cool, isn't it? Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. But I love that. I like that idea. I really like that idea for this room, is to have two beds. One with a view would be really cool. And then there's just like a dock down here for boats. But that's about it on for this build. I like this area too. I think the roof is really cool. I love roofing. I know that's maybe like a controversial thing to say. I love roofing. I think roofing is like such a fun part of building. I can imagine sleeping there with a view over the water. I know, wouldn't that be cool? This build, I think I built it inspired by this build. This build is even older. This is an old build. This is a really old build. I built this probably at least 5 years ago. I don't think I've edited it very much in the inside either, so it's probably terrible. I don't think have I changed anything in this build since then? I don't think so. But I loved this build, and so I built that palace inspired by this one, which you shouldn't do. I always say don't reference yourself when you build. You should reference other things instead of just referring back to yourself. And so normally today I probably wouldn't have even done either one of these. I liked the style, the way that it was going, and so I did it again. Normally I would probably look up like Hawaiian architecture instead of just making something up, which is what I think I did here, even though it does look pretty. I'm just being particular. I've gotten more particular as I've gone on. But I do love this build. I like the different color here. It'd be cool to repurpose it for royalty legacy as an actual palace. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I think it'd be really cool. I think it'd be really cool to make that build as like a resort. I think it'd be really cool because I've always wanted a resort in Sulani. So I feel like that would be a really good idea. But for my fantasy save, I definitely will. Or I have a new occult fantasy save that I'm going to be repurposing some builds from this one. This is an older version that I've sort of abandoned and sort of repurposed. And there will be mermaids in that too, and I will need a palace for them. So maybe I will repurpose that for them too, and just redo the inside so it's better. Yeah, so we'll have to see about that. I think that'd be cool. I feel like you can tell that this is older because there's less packs. Does it look like there's less packs in here? Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's pretty simple on the inside. Pretty simple. That's pretty. Anyway. What else is that? We're gonna look at an Ondarian. I haven't looked at Ondarian yet. Do we want to look at Ondarian? I think not. Was it Naya who mentioned that? Yeah, I haven't really looked at it yet. I definitely want to use it in my fantasy save file. In order to, I think it'd be kind of fun to discuss like what I would want to do to rebuild the lots for that world too, for this world, and how I would want to incorporate it eventually. But in order to do that, I'd have to explain my entire lore. um, I don't think I've incorporated either. I think I have like certain worlds for that sort of go together for that save file, um, without having to go into all the complex details. And I haven't really thought about Tartosa, or I haven't thought about Tartosa or which one is the one? Oh, I don't want to save anything. I haven't thought about Tartosa yet for that world, for that save file yet. I don't think I haven't incorporated it, so I need to figure out like where in my brain I want it to be, in the world. And I but and if and I but I feel like this world goes with Tartosa. I feel like they're really close by, and so I'd like think of them as being together. I was trying to look at my preset for my new fantasy save file, but I don't see it. This is a mod by Semantically, by the way. Oh, hey Puma, welcome back. Welcome back. Seeing the smaller UI, it really shows how many worlds we have, and it's kind of crazy. It does. It does. I do have my UI set pretty small. I don't want to have to scroll. We do have a lot of worlds. I love Semantically's mod, better loading screen mod. It's really cool to be able to reorder all the worlds to whatever order you want. I think also I'd have to look in my main save file, because I have a main save file that's just like a generic sort of save file for my own builds. I was looking at my Ondarian should go there next to Tartosa. I am looking at my old fantasy save, my old one. Annex was curious about a build. So that's what I'm doing right now. We were just gonna take a look at Ondarian maybe a little bit. I love Semantically's mod so much, and especially with all worlds residential. All worlds yes. All worlds residential is by it's not by Semantically. It's by Zerbu. Zerbu. But I love Semantically's mods. I have his loading screen. I have his his quick save. Like everything he puts out is great. Hey Zordly, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I love all worlds residential as well. Obviously, I think you can tell that I use that as well. Um, and what's really great about this mod is that you can hide worlds. So like for my fantasy save file, for instance, like if I only want to use certain worlds, like for that particular save, and it's per save, I could just like hide certain worlds that I'm not intending on using for that save file, and I think that's so cool. And I could just like permanently hide Batu all the time. It's great. I love it. I love it. Well, let's take a look. I have no. I would need to like really think. I would need to take some time and think about what I would want to do in terms of builds for this save file. Oh, ooh, this is pretty. I haven't even looked at any of the builds, I don't think. It's really cool. I'm honestly, as pretty as the builds are, I almost always destroy them instantly. Um, but yeah, I hope you're doing well, Swordly. Thank you for stopping by. I'm good. Glad to catch another stream. Good. I'm glad that you're here. Usually I'm way more interested in what the world looks like rather than the builds because I usually tend to destroy them anyway, regardless of how good they are. As a builder, as one does as a builder. Is this a real lot? Yes. Yes? Yes. Okay, this is a pretty area. That's a blank lot as well. Yeah. Um, so like for me, right? Like a lot of people would be like, "Oh, I hate Glimmerbrook because the builds are so ugly." I'm like, I hate Glimmerbrook because Glimmerbrook is ugly. Um, I don't care about the builds. Yes, they're really bad, but I find Glimmerbrook to be so difficult to build in because the lots don't go up to the road. They have these stupid like like paths with hedges and stuff. And it's like if I wanted to do a stupid path with a hedge, I would make it myself. I don't need them to make it. Just put the lot up to the road. It'd even give you more space to make the lots bigger. That's my complaint with Strangerville too. The Strangerville area, the fancy area in Strangerville is like that too. And that frustrates me. Yeah, the builds can be replaced. Yeah, absolutely. That's how I feel as a builder. I'm like, I can just replace these, it's fine. But yeah, that's one of my biggest pet peeves when they give us a new worlds is if like I'm a builder, if I want to build a fancy entrance, I will do it. I can do it myself. But please, don't do it for me. It ruins it. Exactly. Let me suck at the landscaping all by myself. Exactly. Exactly. I really don't like when they put all the builds to the when they don't put the builds to the street. It really makes sense. Yeah, it's really frustrating. They should make them. They really should put them just put them on a just butt the lot right up to the street, please. Hi, sorry. Welcome back. Welcome back. We're just taking a detour and taking a look at the world. This is a really pretty area. I also cannot really tell which one of these is a lot and which one isn't, which is good. I also this build object is really cool. Does it come in any just different colors? It's pretty cool. I can't even tell which ones are lots and which ones aren't. That's a lot. My favorite is when there is a tiny, tiny strip of grass between the lot and the sidewalk at the end of the lot. Oh yeah, I love that. Isn't that great? I hate that. It's the worst. I had to create a whole new account. Really? Because I forgot all my information. It's been over 8 years since you've logged into the EA, into your EA account. So you don't remember what the email was? Well, that's wild. I hope that you didn't have. I hope you didn't have 4 years worth of packs. Right? It's been 12 years. I actually would prefer in Ondarian that we only have 2 neighborhoods, but more lots per neighborhood. That's fair. That's fair. I think um this is stunning. Like this area is beautiful, stunning. However, like in my brain, like do we remember Shang Simla? That's the best I'll be able to say it. The Chinese world in The Sims 3. Like I loved that world. It was beautiful and stunning. And it kind of like gave vibes like this, not really because it was Chinese, but you know what I mean. Like a lot of buildings surround like really close together in the town square, And you could go in every single one of them. And like as beautiful as this is, it just can't, that this is a real lot too. It just can't compete in that way, with The Sims 3 in that way. So, but this is beautiful. And for The Sims 4, this is stunning. This is absolutely stunningly beautiful. I just find it frustrating that it's a set piece. They likely deactivated your account after a certain amount of inactivity. They do that. That yeah, that could be true. That's a pretty long time to have an inactive account. Yeah, especially maybe with like, I can picture the account being deleted. I'm just making this up, so don't trust me with saying this. But like when they moved from, when they changed the app from Origin to the EA app, they might have changed some things that like it could have been around that era, or it was probably earlier even. Who knows? I'm obsessed with the Moroccan area, but it's small. It makes it pretend like a world. Yeah, I think that's my issue is how small the areas are. I can agree with that. Oh, here's another palace I didn't show from that save file. Um, so there's also an apartment. I did look at that, I think, on my own. I like that there's apartments. Those are cool. So I think I found all the lots other than that, though. Let's go to, this is the Caps Palace? Let's go to the Caps Palace. Honestly, I'd rather worlds be more like the base game worlds, where the lots are close to each other with the set dressing in the background. I agree. I agree. The shells, as beautiful as the shells are, it just is kind of upsetting to me. Apartments in the royal world feels odd, but I'm not complaining about the new apartments. Um, I guess. I guess. I think my first thought when I think of apartment is like the American perspective of what an apartment is, but I picture maybe if I was French, maybe I would think differently. Because maybe you'd think of Paris if you think of the like a Parisian apartment or something, which is kind of what this feels like to me. I know this isn't Paris, but you know what I mean, like an old classical apartment. Um, I like it. I wouldn't have expected it, but I'm definitely happy with it. I think it's cool. This is pretty. This world is really pretty. This build is pretty as well. The builds are pretty. I'm not usually as worried about them. That's a gigantic build. That's a very large in-game build. I don't know if I've seen a build that's that big in-game, an in-game build that's that big. Is that the apartment? That might be the apartment complex, actually. It is. That's why it's that big, because I can see the floor. Um, I agree 100%. I usually play in the base game worlds because I love how close the lots are. Yeah, that's kind of fair. I guess I really didn't really notice that. Even in like Windenburg, it's like that. Like all the lots you build in are together, and then the shells are outside. That's fair. This world, I do like this world. It's very pretty. I like. I feel like I haven't seen a whole lot of modern elements. It's very timeless, which makes it very easy to build, to incorporate into my fantasy save file. Yeah, it's really pretty. I also noticed other people saying this as well. Um, are you able to have horses on these lots? It's kind of upsetting that they didn't think about making these worlds traversable by horse. um, they could have. I feel like there's a lot of space where they could have included a ramp somewhere. Like I like these stairs, but I would have maybe tried to add some sort of place to add a ramp. I mean, even here, like right here. Somewhere they should have added one. And yeah, oh, you're right. They're doing a saddle in the event. That is true. It's very true. I didn't even think about that. And yet we were getting yeah from the event. In Greece, donkeys go up and down stairs. So do horses. I think you can get a like in real life, right? Horses can go up and down stairs. Kind of wish that they could in The Sims, but I see why they didn't. Now, can you imagine having to animate a horse going upstairs? I don't. I can see why they didn't. But you're right. You're right. We should have donkeys. That'd be kind of fun. But yeah, I like this world. It's pretty. I have. I might need to also like bulldoze everything and just like get a clear head about like what I would want to do with it, you know. Didn't they do all sorts of shit in The Sims 3? The horses. Like horses would go up at the gym and start copulating. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember. I didn't really do very much with the horses in The Sims 3. The only thing that I remember doing specifically was I only ever looked for the unicorn. That's the only part that intrigued me was the unicorn. So I basically try to befriend the unicorn. That's all I remember. And I remember looking, watching the deer jump up and down, frolic around. Um, Watching them like wander around the whole world and frolicking was something that I enjoyed doing. But other than that, I didn't really play with the horses. I did a little bit, but what else did I want to look at? Am I still in that world? I am, right? Yeah. There's a palace. I made a treehouse palace for Salvadorada. They would get stuck. They would get stuck in all sorts of places they shouldn't be. Oh, really? I can picture that. I was looking for. Oh, yes. I have a. This is gonna look different. I had a world editing mod that changed Granite Falls. You need to remember not to save. Don't remind me not to save this. It doesn't really matter because I have backups of this world, but you can't figure out what this is inspired after. I bet you can't. I bet you can't guess. Bet you can't guess. Yeah, so it's weird. I have an override for this world. You're a very talented builder. Thank you. Thank you. That's very kind. This is the Eiffel Tower. Exactly. How did you know, Alexander? Hi, by the way. This is stunning. Oh my god. Thank you. Thank you. This is my Indian palace. I miss Create World. Yes, Create World was fun. I did mess around with that a little bit. I didn't quite be able to fully figure it out. I was too little to actually be able to fully figure it out, but I played around with it a lot. It was fun. Yeah, this is my Indian palace, inspired by the Taj Mahal. These are vases upside down. This is really good. I love the roofing. Thank you. This is why I always say use a reference, because when you have a reference, it gives you, it's like a puzzle, and you have to figure out what is the best way for me to be able to create the roof in the picture. Otherwise, you wouldn't have even thought to try, right? Yeah, so this is a vase. Will you play Paralives? It will have a Create World at some point down the line. I will probably play Paralives, yeah. I really like this. Really like this. I thought it came out really, really well. It's really pretty. It doesn't fit this world at all. Um, it did fit the it like it, I still had the mod. I could put it in, you know. Oh, and all my walls I used CC wallpaper, which I would not do now. It's also old, so there's definitely some things that could be fixed now. Excuse me. I really like this though. I made my own sort of lattice in front of these doors used by just crisscrossing the vertical and horizontal elements, and it makes the lattice 3-dimensional. I think this has indoor and outdoor lighting, which is why these are indoor and then this is outdoor lighting, which is why they're different colors. But I'll definitely play Paralyze. I'm excited for Paralyze. I'm very curious about it too, in the very least. Um, I think it's looking like a good game from what I've seen. People are funny because I feel like people expect it to like kill The Sims or something. I don't believe that will happen, especially because um, I'm not sure if any of you play Minecraft, but recently, was it like 2 months ago now? Hightail released, which people were saying was going to be the Minecraft killer for years. Um, then it got canceled. Then it got like rebooted. And I think Hightail's a really cool game. I didn't really look into it myself, but I think it was a pretty cool game. And in its own right. But I think the after its first couple days, the people playing that game I feel like dropped off like very dramatically, unfortunately. Do I think Paralyze is going to be like that? No. I feel like Paralyze has a lot more hype and interest, especially with The Sims having its own issues um, right now. CC bed. So we'll see, I guess. But I think it'll be good. I think people will play it and for a long time. I think it'll be a good competition for in the long term, and it'll be different than what happens to Hightail. Hightail could be doing well. I just haven't heard anything about it since it released. Um, I think it's a good sign it got delayed too. It shows that they're willing to not rush the product at least a little bit. Yeah, I think I agree. It's the problem with early access releases. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I agree. Just have to manage expectations. People tend to overhype games. I think so. I think especially because there's a lot of anger at The Sims right now too, and so a lot of people are like, "Oh my gosh, this is going to kill The Sims," and they're super excited for it. And I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I mean, I think it's good to have another game to play when, especially with EA being a terrible company, and it's nice to have Paralyze be it is an indie developer, right? It's nice to have a smaller company. I am scared about them making each of the expansions free. Like every time they update or whatever, they're just gonna have free updates or whatever, and that kind of concerns me. Um, okay, I think I'm gonna go build now. We're gonna go build now. Anything else that I missed in here that I want to show off? Symbol Mahal. Um, yeah, I don't know what I was saying. This is partially why I think GTA 6 keeps getting delayed. Like GTA 5 was so successful, they must be scared of not living up to expectations. They have to be scared. They should be scared. They have been delaying this too long because people have been talking and hyping up GTA 6 for years and years and years and years and years. Um, Oh, that's what I was talking about. I'm talking about Paralyzed having free downloads. That scares me because from my perspective, like I loved Minecraft. I still love Minecraft. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I probably have more hours of Minecraft than I do in The Sims. Um, um, but my issue with Minecraft is that it has free updates. And so from my perspective, what has happened with Minecraft is that because it's got free updates, instead of having adults who have jobs buying expansions for that game, what you have is that the only thing that keeps them updating this game is catering to new buyers, right? They're not going to cater to somebody who spent $20 on the game um, in 2012, you know? Well, like that's what a lot of us are like. A lot of us players who've been playing for a really long time, we spent $20 on it years ago, years and years ago. And we haven't spent a single dime since. But the people who are spending money on the game are people who are buying the Legos and people who are buying the merch and people who are buying the game new as new players and people who are buying all the toys and purchase, purchasing maps, purchasing money, getting money so they can play maps. None of us are. Who's doing that? Who's in their 20s and 30s? No one. They're catering to 12-year-olds, which is fine. They're catering to 12-year-olds, and that's fine for them to do that. But it just is going to make me play a different game. Because I'm not a 12-year-old, and I feel like a lot of the things they've been adding are cute, but surface level. I'm showing off, hi miss, I hope that you're doing well. I am showing off some old builds. This is an old save file with some palaces. Each world is supposed to be a different kingdom, or like a country, basically. And so each world has its own palace. And I've just been sort of talking, blabbing on, and just sort of showing off some of these old builds that I haven't really shown anyone before. And this is my Salvadoran palace. It's a it's treehouse. It's a treehouse. But I hope you like it. It's kind of cool. It's very pretty. It had some CC in it probably. It didn't say it, did it? Better players have all those in-game transactions, which makes sense because those are for game consoles. Like a kid is more likely to have a Switch for Christmas than a full-blown PC. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Yep. Yeah, so there are certain updates that I've wanted for years that I think would have made more sense for them to do. Focus on parts of the game that are less finished, less refined. But they haven't been doing that because I feel like the end, for instance, I've really wanted them to update the end dimension, and they just haven't because nobody goes to the end unless you're an advanced player, right? And their player base, who they're making updates for, are not people who go to the end or who have ever been there. They're people, probably kids who have like played, I don't know, in creative mode or doing whatever they do, who would be much, and like, don't get me wrong, the stuff that they're adding is really cute. The baby mobs are really cute and I love them. But something else I have a complaint about is that, like, was it last year or a couple years ago, they updated the wolves, right? They had this wolf update, which I love. I love the idea of updating wolves, but they like only updated the wolves and they added an armadillo. And it's the only thing they did over the course of 6 months. And then they didn't do anything else. And I'm like, that looks like it's a week worth of work. Why did it take you 6 months to release this update? um, like, how did it take you 6 months to do this? I don't know. It's one of the biggest games ever, and they just release tiny little things and over a very, very long period of time. So I was just like, I need to stop. I'm getting angry at this game. I need to stop playing and I need to play a different game. Plus, The Sims 4 has been getting better and better with every pack, I feel like, and been more interested in this. And so I've sort of transitioned over to being more of a simmer, I guess. But anyway, rant. This build is kind of old. It could use some more detail. It needs more vines and stuff. I feel like so many of these are less finished than I thought, but this is a really cool build. I really like this build. That's why I'm here. But yeah, I don't know if anyone can relate to my ramblings. I can only imagine how good your Minecraft builds are. Oh, thank you. I have a long-term survival world, yeah. Um, and it's very, I like terrain. I like making my own terrain and stuff. I should show it off at some point. I'd like to show off my Minecraft world. I have like a whole mount, like I built a whole mountain range. Actually, I showed Puma. I have like I built like a whole mountain range myself. Um, I'm someone who like before I can do a build, I in Minecraft I have to like make the terrain first. I don't usually like to just accept what the terrain has given me. I like to make it myself. So I make my own cliffs and mountains, and I built a castle. I'm working on a castle, I should say. What else was I going to show off? I wanted to show off that I have several different castles and things. Some CC in this build. I had Brindleton Baby Scotland inspired. So this is my Scottish castle that I built. My Scottish inspired. Like again, it was supposed to be like, I don't know. I like to say inspired because I'm only an American, and so I can only have a secondhand experience for anything like this. But I tried my best. I think I'd probably make it a residential rental today, but I don't know. What is this? Oh, it's gone. I like the shape of it. I wanted it to look simple, like a, like I don't know, like the Scottish sort of. What do I want to say? But I really like this. I really like this. The Scottish. What are they called? Scottish castles. Like a lord, I guess, over like reigning over a region would have. Yeah, there's a lot of CC in here apparently. I'm only an American is how I feel right now. I'm trying to build in Dambell and I'm so lost. That's how I feel sometimes. I'm also very particular. So when I do something I'm not super familiar with, I have to do a lot of research. Like my brain forces me to. And so it's just kind of tiring to try to get it accurate as you can when you're not familiar with something firsthand. I need to send a message to someone. I'm going to send a message to a friend telling them that I'm live, just in case they didn't know. They might be here already. I don't even know. What else? Oh, I really like my. I love this. This is my. I used Huntford on Bagley as Irish inspired. I love this place. This is the Irish castle. It's up on this hill. It's like up on a cliff. And I love the way the terrain looks and like the sort of rustic path going up. I think I had an inspiration picture for this. I feel like wait, sometimes I study the shells in the background for ideas. I do that too, yeah. I feel like she would have said something. Yeah, she would have. And yes, it is. I do this too, but sometimes I feel like it makes me a bit constricted. Like I can't stray from the surroundings too much. I agree with that too. I like being inspired by the backgrounds to make it match, but then like me adding some of my own elements to it. That's something I had to work on a lot. Was making things that were my own unique thing rather than copying the backgrounds. Also, I usually like to try and copy firsthand examples of something. So, like, if I wanted to make a build in Mount Komorebi, I wouldn't probably be looking at what they've done because I don't really want to just trust what they did, even though I do think it looks really good. But I would rather look at actual Japanese buildings and floor plans to get inspiration from, to try to make it maybe more closely and directly associated with what it's inspired to be. I just think of like a copy of a copy, you know, like the more time, like the farther you get from the original source, like the more off you're gonna be with your builds. Oh, I have based all my Mount Komorebi built on actual Japanese buildings. Yeah, that's good. I think that's a good practice to do. Of course, it's all for fun as well. So also just do it. Just do what you want to have fun. This is I have fun doing that, I guess. That's what I should say. When the theme is more vague, it's harder to pinpoint what to look up. True. True. I think in that case, you can sort of that gives you more freedom to get more niche and narrow and pinpoint something, and use your own sort of judgment. Um, oh, ads are in progress. Anybody who's in an ad and can't hear me, I thank you for being here. Okay, I think let's make one sort of trip back around. I love this bedroom. Let's make one more trip around and see if there's any like thing that I thought of that I missed. I probably did actually. This has CC in it. This had a lot of CC in it. I don't think any of that would show up. I'd maybe just check various countries and see if anything feels right. Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, especially like if you're just going with some sort of like a lot of times for specifically for my yeah, a lot of the CC that I had on here is gone. Um yeah, and I had a lot of wallpapers and stuff in here, and all of my really all of those even disappeared. Yeah, this build was inspired by this is Buckingham Palace. It was yes, you can imagine what it was inspired by, but all my CC columns and everything disappeared. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Check various countries to see if anything feels right. I love the train paint that I did here though. Buckingham Palace is amazing, isn't it? Isn't that a great name? I love that. Um, it was really pretty. It still is kind of pretty, but it looked better with the columns and like it had like roof things. Um, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool anyway. It was inspired by this. Obviously, it was inspired by the UK, and some of the spaces I made were specifically like these rooms were specifically inspired by Bridgerton. Oh, it's all crazy now because it had a lot of CC in it. This one has less CC in it, but the layout was inspired by Bridgerton, where there's like a sitting room and then a bedroom, and there was a fireplace in the middle, and I thought that was like so cool. And then I decided to put like secret doors that sort of not secret, but they matched some paneling for the most part, and into the bathrooms and sort of closet spaces and stuff. Kind of lulling that my planned royal family won't be living in the new world. It, ads are over. Thank you for sitting through ads, by the way. Anyone who did, I appreciate you. Um, I'll be living in the new world. It's really pretty though. Not my aesthetic I want. Um, the look that I want right now. No, I get that. I get that for sure. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Forgot what I was saying. Yeah. I mean, there's more worlds. There's more worlds. I did 2 Chinese worlds, Chinese inspired worlds. You were talking about Secret Doors in Bridgerton. Oh yeah, well, yes. I think before that though. Something about using inspiration. Yinghua. I don't know how to say that. This is one of my Chinese. I had 2 Chinese worlds. This is the and this Chinese world was for spellcasters. They believed that they were like descendants of like a dragon or dragons, which I probably stole from Game of Thrones. Right across from the land grab, so Nancy can be upset about. Yeah, I remember you saying that about someone more important than her living across the street from them. Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. Does this FCC? It didn't say it did. Did it? A lot of these builds are like almost finished and not quite. Kind of fun. Kind of fun. They're so big. They're so big. I wanted to build gigantic things, but I struggle. I struggle when you build like in a historical style too. When you build a gigantic thing, and then you have to furnish the whole thing. And I like the outside, so a lot of these are like empty on the inside. An hour in, and I'm gonna read that out loud, Puma. An hour in and no Goths yet. Yes, you're right. I'm going to soon. Okay, I'm almost done, and I'm gonna build. I like this build. This is for the vampires. And again, I have a. This still honestly looks pretty good, but I have an override to turn this into like I think it's supposed to be Japanese inspired. And it changes all these trees with like cherry blossoms and stuff, but it actually looks really good here still. I think you can't really see like it's not really loading very much of the world. There's a lot like a heavy fog. It's funny. They did the update to remove the environmental stuff that block people's gallery pictures, but didn't do it for the new world. Oh really? Oh really? I didn't know that they updated that. I have if the gallery picture isn't good, I have literally like made overrides for some of the trees to turn them invisible so they aren't in the way. I did that. I did that with this build. There are some cypress trees here, and they were in the way. So I made an override for the cypress tree to get it out of the way. Brindlesome Bay has been so problematic for that since came out, and they only just now fixed it. Really? Maybe in 9 years they'll fix on Darien too. Yeah, right. Yeah, I definitely do that on occasion. There's a couple of these builds that I did that for. Oh, this is my Copperdale Academy. I built it to look. This is for my new occult save file. I wanted like an occult high school like Monster High vibes or like Halloween Town High, something kind of like spooky, you know. Yeah. Did I say Halloween Town? I did not. No, I did. Halloween Town, such as Wednesday and Halloween Town. And there's a bus. There's the bus in the way, so I just made the bus invisible with an override. Um, I feel like wasn't that? Yeah, I think we're all there were some in Granite Falls too. There were You're right, Alexander. There were. I feel like also the main lot, like the Hound's Head lot, might have been glitched with trees. You can sort of adjust like where the picture's taken because of how like big the build is. Like this lot picture will change depending on how many floors you have. But anyway, let's go actually do what I intended on doing today. How about that? I think that's basically all the builds. And I forgot, and I didn't forget to not save. Yeah. Okay, test builds. Let's work on the Goth house maybe just a little bit. Making a lot of progress. Okay, build. There's that build again. There's that build. It looked really pretty in that particular light. You can also see what that area looked like a little bit better. A plant shall be placed. Yes. Another classic. Just chatting Jake stream. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I. Yeah. No, I guess I have done that a little bit. I didn't think that would happen with me, but it's very fun. I do like when that happens. But yeah, let's like try to make some progress. Make a little bit of progress. But oh, I like chatting. I like chatting. Keep chatting with me. What time is it? 2:12. Okay, what do I need to do? I want to do that. You're just being a real sim streamer is all. Exactly. Exactly. I don't something else. I don't think I like these windows. I'd rather them be black on the outside. Shall we look at some more? Hey Rumor, how are you? Perfect timing. I had just loaded into this lot after being live for an hour. Over an hour. Showing off other builds and just chatting. Ranting about other games and such. Yeah, so we just started. I hope that your day is going well. My day has been busy but good. Yeah, keep it nice and busy. And now I don't like these windows, and so I need to find windows that fit better. They have black. Let's see, what am I doing? Windows. I'd like to find some that have like a black border that's bigger. I've used only base game windows here, and I would like to use. So I probably should use base game windows here too, but they need to be smaller, and they don't have a smaller version of this one that's like exactly the same. I could do probably these ones. Let's try these ones. These ones have a black border. Okay, let's try these. Those look good. Those look better, right? Because they're black and they match the trim a little bit better. Do we have any that are wider? There's also these ones, which are ever so slightly different, and they are actually arched. I have used these down in this build already, actually, too. One of these two I did, in a different color in gray down here. So I have used other windows. I lied. Can I think I probably do like the arched ones more. If I could click on them, that'd be awesome. I think there's also, is there a black and red swatch? There is. Is it? But I haven't used black and red everywhere else. I wish that the vampire set was bigger. Because I really do like these windows, but I wish that like the whole set of them was more expansive and came in different sizes, I think. Because also one of my complaints about these windows is that they're so small that like that's why I don't ever want to use them. It's because they look bad from the inside. It's fine in an attic, I think, but let's put these here and this here. And are these actually arched on the inside? They are. I think that's good. My camera hates me so much. Do those match? Be honest, do those match? Or should I find something else that's like, should I go back to the ones I had originally? Ooh, these are pretty. I haven't seen these yet. I should really like look at everything. These are the ones I originally had, but these are the best ones to use if I wanted them to match. Do we like... You all have to answer me. I'm asking you a question. So you have to answer me. Which ones do you like better? Do you like these ones? Or do you like the vampires ones? Or should I find a different window? Those are your three options, and you have to answer. It's a requirement. Because I can't decide. Any preference? Any preferences? A secret fourth thing? You think that I should do a secret fourth thing? No, I like the vampires. Actually, you do like the vampires one. I do like it too. I'm also like questioning all my choices. I do like the vampires ones. I think they're pretty. Let's maybe just take a look at vampires quickly. Look at vampires quickly. Get to blood sucking. That's the name of that pack. Get to blood sucking. I found these ones. Do I want to? So my question, I guess, is do I want to change the windows I have in some spots? Probably not. I do really like the windows I chose. Can I please just pick the window or no? Please. These ones are smaller and I like it. I like these better. These ones I find are weird. I feel like I want to... My problem with them too is that they don't come in any good colors. Because this... I don't like the colors of this wood set. Of this paneling set. I don't like that it doesn't come in the dark wood that I want. So I find them therefore hard to use. Otherwise, I think they'd be really cool. Very interesting. Well, anyway. Yeah, so I guess those are the only options for vampires. I guess I could leave it like that. That's not too weird. I think I could also make it look better by putting some ivy around. There's something that I think that'll help it. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's put some ivy around. Is it weird to have ivy like end here, like on the roof, or is it fine? Also, I'm gonna have some issues with this. And I don't want to size them up ever so slightly But I also don't want to use more than I have to. I think I'm also overthinking it, right? Because, like, yes, there's a roof here, but it's fine. Does it need to touch the ground? No. Did I already put one there? I did. So I should probably leave that there. And we're going to do a bit of a faded situation. Maybe I should just get rid of them. That here. If I can click on it again. If I can click on it ever again. Which I cannot do. Put that there. I need to be careful with how many. I don't know if these cause lag. Because I know some of the plants don't, but I don't know if these like if these count or if I can just like put as many of them as I want. Dances. Good, good, good. Good song to dance to. Good song to dance to. Let's place these down and then I'll size them up just enough. Probably. Because I feel like they're just ever so slightly too small. Let's size these up just enough. Just enough. So it actually like covers up the corner. Is this... Did I size these down by half? Let's try 0.78. 0.82. 0.82. Let's try that. Is that better? I think that is better. I think that's better. I can't really see it because my camera hates me, but I think that's good. I really don't want to size one really small and put it there because I'm trying to minimize things, but I think I will do it anyway. Now I need to blend it in with some of these other pieces, like these ones. Then we need to see whether I like what I've just done. Do that. This needs to be blended over here. So we'll overlap some of these. And it looks like the more that you overlap in different locations, the more you can like fade it in. Again, I really don't want to put a million of these, if at all possible. I think maybe this wall, I'll just do this whole wall and just a little bit of moss. I'd like to actually use the same one. I like the density of that one, but I don't like that it's horizontal. I don't like that it's horizontal. Maybe I should just go down to this floor. It's not helping. Let's do this. And this. This is so... The size of this needs to be so particular. I didn't want it to be this dense, but it's fine. Let's do this here. Is this going inside the house? No, not at all. Ew, and these are also on the wrong floor. That needs to be changed. Come on, game. Can you cooperate with me for like a single moment? It's being quite annoying right now. The camera. All of these that I placed are on the wrong floor, which really bothers me. And that will not work. Why are they all like that? You're really going to do that to me? How am I supposed to work in these conditions? Why is it like that? It can't. It can't stay like that. It needs to be fixed. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just raise them up with a 9 key. No. Place this one. Actually, I don't. I still do need to raise that one up. Let's do that. And then this one. That one there. I think that there's 2 more. See if I can grab the right one. Good. And then just 1 more here. Just put this one like right there. How's that look? How's that looking, I should say? I think that's really pretty. And that it could have spread all the way over from this wall now. And I should add some more down here as well that would have grown in. Maybe this one would be more dead because it's more shaded. Maybe I'll do that. I really like this piece. I like how like spread out it is. I think it makes it blend in really nicely. Let's put a couple of these down. Maybe this one. That one actually will fit really well. That'll blend it in nicely. And then I'll do this one. I might do like just all the way down. Like that. I wish I had the same like density of this one, but like half the size because it's 2 tiles instead of 1 tile. And that bothers me. Let's close that. Okay. Should I add any up here? I know that I want to add some down here, so let's just add some down here. The game is gonna hate me. I think I will do mostly dead down here. So I'll put these in and I'll fade it in. I might do this just so I don't have to alt place everything. Or what am I trying to say? I might just size it down. There. I don't know what I was saying. Then I'll put some dead pieces. Because this is shaded, so I feel like maybe it would just be more likely to be crispy, and crunchy, and dead. And then I need to look inside my walls to see if I have any weird things popping in. This is not what I meant, but that's on the wrong side of the wall. Yeah, I wish I had this one in a better shape. Oh, thank you for the follow 5 minutes ago, by the way. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. It's very kind. I just hit my follower goal, which is very cool. Very cool. I wish that there was a little bit more of a blending here. These are technically green. They have a little bit of green on them, but it's not enough to show up from a distance. It's bothering me. Again, this would be really cool to have a density of this one. And that's so stupid to size that down that much. I might replace these here. Now I'll lower this down. Good. No. Not good. Not good. Oh my god, camera, please. Oh my god, why? Can we get a camera update, please? Give me a button to lock the height of the camera. I don't want it to change no matter what I do. I want a lock button so I can lock it at a height. I don't care if it goes through the walls. I don't care if it clips with something in the background. I want it to stay at that height regardless. I don't want it jumping up and down and doing all this stupid stuff all the time. Just lock to a height. Because that is so irritating. Okay. Let's do some, please camera, please. Please cooperate just a little bit. Can do some dead vines up here, I think. Dances more. Yes. Maybe I do like just a little bit of green, maybe just a little bit. Actually, let's do a little bit of green. But let's also do like a little bit of red as well. Same ones, but in red, I think. We'll do it like right here. Right? And then we'll fade it into some more dead ones. Let's do a couple of these. Like that. And we'll do the really thin ones as well. I do like these ones. I think that looks good. I think that looks good. I think it blends well. I don't want to do the whole thing covered in vines. Kind of. It would be really cool if the whole thing was moss covered, but I'm not going to do that. I will be doing some exposed sort of plaster and stuff. Something else I'm wondering. So on a different build, I showed off recently for my new. I have a new fantasy save file and an old fantasy save file, and a build for my new fantasy save file. I altered, but I had a situation similar to this. I alternated with different wall patterns, so you could like see the depth, because otherwise you can't see it. And I'm wondering if there's any wallpaper that I could find that is similar enough to this one that I could get to be just a subtle enough difference in texture to sort of add a dimension to this without looking like I very, very clearly, or just try to make it not look like I accidentally did the wrong wallpaper. That would be the goal. That would be a goal. If that doesn't work, then I can use some grime to sort of define these edges a little bit. I probably will do that anyway. But if I could find one that's like a similar shade, I'd also need to make sure it like looks good in all lighting as well, and doesn't just only look good here. Like, that's too much. It's too much. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's not working. Can I find anything that'll work? I don't know. Let's try the grime. Let's also try maybe these. Maybe this like right here. Do I normally size those down? Do I care that it's sized down and the bricks are a different size? Do I care? Let's put this like here. Here. You can't see that really. I think we're going to size it down and pretend it's not sized down. Pretend I don't care until I stop caring. Let's put a couple of these. Try to define some of these walls as being different by adding grime on like. Why does this hop up to the floor above? Hello? Please stop. I don't know why it's doing that. Put that there. Game. Stop being dramatic and do what I want you to. Move this over just a little bit. I can see it. Nice. Okay. That helped a little bit. I still wish I had like something almost like a corner one. This one's kind of a corner one. I like a corner one to sort of. I hate the way the lighting is in this game. It doesn't really. It's not the greatest. Because I really would like to be able to see that this is actually octagonal more easily in a picture. There's a version of this that's clean, but I really don't think it's going to make any difference at all here. No. I don't know. I don't know. Finding something that would be like the perfect shade, it would be like really difficult, probably. Yeah, because I don't think that. I don't know. There's probably something. Oh, that one's not the worst. But I feel like it's pretty obvious that I just did that. And it's like the wrong color. And then like that one's almost like too close. Is that? How's that? Is that bad? I feel like if I didn't tell anyone that I did that, no one would notice. Right? I feel like that's not the worst. I think that pulls off the trick that I wanted. I feel like the lighting is almost better, like better on the side. I think that that's fine. I think that adds the dimension that I wanted. Yeah, that looks like way better. It adds the dimension that I wanted, and I don't think anyone would ever notice it. It's not like that. Or that it's, I don't think anyone would ever notice that it's, that I added that. But I don't think I need to add it on this back one because this already has good lighting. I mean, I could try it and just see what happens. Oh, it's clean. You can see the bottom of it, of this one. So I'd have to re-add some filth, which I could do and probably would do anyway, but let's add some nice dimension, perhaps. If I could get the filth to blend, which I might be able to do. We'll see. Of course, this game is just going to be so strange. Is there a reason? What's the reason for this? What's the reason why this is happening to me? -1? How tall is that going? I don't think I'm going to be able to get the filth to blend. Game plays. Is this still on this floor? It is. No, it's not. I don't think that filth blends well enough. So I think I'll just go back to what I was doing before. It's fine. I'm being particular. This corner looks really good. It'll look better. You'll be able to see, this is an override tree. I'm not actually using this tree here. And I need to remember that. I have my occult save stuff in there, and I've overridden the swamp tree in that file, save file. Hi. Hi, Annalie. Oh my gosh, a resub. Oh my god, thank you for the resub. I might need to. I think that's my first. Yes, that's my first resub. I think you were my first sub. Hi, I'm good. I'm good. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Hope that you're doing well. I haven't made very much progress on this build. Yes, you were my first sub. Ooh, you weren't my first dom. I'm working on Moss. For a long time today. Wait, is that 15 stream streak? Yes, 15 stream streak too. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. 15 streams. 15 total streams. Very exciting. Very exciting. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. It looks great. Thank you. I'm trying to do like a I'm trying to do a sun stressed effect is what I'm calling it. That's why it's red and green. I'm just gonna I just picked this corner on the side and it's more sun stressed on the corners where it has more light is just what I'm going with. And I think it adds some cool variation. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not going to add the moss everywhere, even though it would look really cool if this moss was like literally everywhere. But I haven't made any progress other than that. Because I was showing off on one of my other saves, some builds in a different save earlier in stream, and it got me all distracted, which is good. It's okay. Yeah, so I've just been mossing, adding moss, and I think that's looking pretty good. Can you tell that I used different wallpapers on these two pieces? Would you have noticed if I didn't say anything? That's a question. That's my question. It's so flat. The lighting is so bad on the side of the house. I was like, I need to add fake dimension onto this so I can actually see it. Because you couldn't see it before. It was all looking flat. So sometimes you just have to like paint the dimension on. Okay, let's finish this. Let's do this. Normally I would also add like maybe like a bush or something at the bottom of this that this sort of vine would have been climbing up. Let's do that. Let's change the color to red. I think in this section, yeah, I used a little bit of yellow. Do I want to do the yellow? It kind of looks good. Blends it a little bit. I'm also trying my very best not to use like a ton of them. Because I don't know whether these objects lag your game or not. If you put a lot of them. I feel like they probably don't. Because plants don't, I think plants kind of partly don't cause lag, but I guess we'll see. That could look really good too. I also need to make sure that like none of these are piercing the inside of the house. So I probably should have done this first because I've done a lot of the interior already. And so I'm not going to be going back to, I'm not going to be looking at every corner to make sure that it's not intersecting. But I think I'm getting lucky. I think it's pretty good. Okay, let's go back over here, put this here. How much of this wall do I want to be covered in plants? Some. I think the answer is some. Some of the wall. I like it. I think especially since it's the greenhouse. I think I will also add. I think I might actually cover a little bit of this greenhouse wall with some plants as well. See how it looks. I think that does look really nice. If I had the ability to, I would add some on the roof as well, going over there. But it complicates it because you can't put the roof plants on roofs because that would be ridiculous. You can here. It actually let me put it there for some reason. But the plants are extremely particular and they suck. It fits there. It actually fits there. Okay. I think that actually blends it in kind of nicely. I think that's good. I think I'll leave that there. I'm surprised that actually worked. I'm so surprised. The ivy moss is looking great. Thank you. Thank you. I think it looks really good around here, especially the greenhouse. And I'll definitely add some more. As long as I have some on the inside too. So I can't really see if oh, whoa, camera. I think this is actually, yeah, it's one-sided. So I probably should add some to the outside because you can't really see this texture. It's a one-sided texture. So I should add some on the outside too. I think the ivy definitely adds to it. It makes it look really spooky. I might continue it around this curve. I was so lucky with my Japanese cottage core build and the roof plants. Yeah, I'm so surprised that one placed there. I was not expecting that at all. Let's put this one here, maybe. Put one here. Try to blend it in a little bit. I hate using a bunch of them. Overlapping things makes me scared of like loading issues and stuff. That looks really pretty. So I don't want to do that a whole lot, is what I'm trying to say. Let's put this one. But I might have to do it a little bit here. Around where this roof peak is. That's so pretty. It makes me want to do it on the whole house, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. That's so pretty. Like, I want the whole house covered in that. I should do that at some point. Make like a brick house. I would make it out of brick too, I think, if I was to do that. I'd make like an old brick home. I can picture it now, like a cupola, like the ones that have the low pitched roof with a cupola on the top that are brick, and I would have it like completely covered in moss, like this, so you can see the bricks through it, like this. I think that'd be really pretty. It's a good idea, I think. Is there anywhere in Willow Creek that I was planning on redoing? I need to build a house for the Spencer Kim house for Spencer Kim Lewis, considering I've taken over their lot. So maybe that's an idea for their house. Put that there. I think the sun is coming from this direction, so I'm gonna like fade it off on this side. It also would have gotten pretty far to get to this side, so I'm gonna have to like fade off and get a bit lighter. Let's put that there. Let's do that. And I'll put some of these. Hey, Eros. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. That's very kind. Um, I'm glad for welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. Yeah, we're building a goth house. Building a goth house. It's starting to look pretty. It's starting to look very beautiful. So I need to be careful that I don't stray too far away from the spooky because I really do like this moss a lot. It's making it look really nice and old. But yeah, I really like it. I'm having a lot of fun. This is like my favorite thing to do. I love doing the exteriors. I'm kind of putting off the interior a little bit more. I found you on Pigletish's server and followed. Aw, thank you. Thank you for following. That's very kind. I'm glad to have you stopping by. Yeah, I'm trying to get this build finished. I'm doing this is the Goth house. I want to go with. I've been inspired by things like the Sims Bustin' Out, older Goth houses from the older games. This one in particular, I wanted to build a Goth house on a cliff overlooking a cemetery. That's the goal, like The Sims 3. I'm not sure if you played The Sims 3, but that was the main goal. And I want it to be more like Adam's Family, dark, spooky, dark academia, rather than like the bright Fire Engine red and like black like they are usually. I wanted to go with like more classy, maybe a little bit classier, you know. I'm also really rubbish at building in The Sims, so I love watching to perhaps learn. Oh, well, I hope I can inspire you to build. Yeah, I'm glad to have you here. And I love the idea of people learning from some tricks that I perhaps might use. And I definitely agree. Yeah, it is so helpful to watch builders. I've learned so much over the years. Yeah, I think it's just the case with art. You know, art is so much better collaboratively. You know, it's hard to come up with new things when you're just doing everything on your own. That looks very nice. Very nice. I would love to cover this whole thing in moss. How much ivy is here? Pretty decent amount. Then now I'm like, Jake, help. I don't know what I'm doing. Yes. Jake can help. Jake will help. Were the rocks already there? No, they were not. Nope. These ones were. These are from the debug section. So like if you can type in a cheat to get the access to all the items that are in the world. I have a mod that makes them easier to access. And I placed all these rocks around the lot with tool, the tool mod as well. You don't need tool. You could do this without tool and basically do the same thing by just raising them from the basement. But yeah, I basically just did like, you can just like, you just raise this and then you like raise it up with the 9 key to the wherever you want. And I just placed them around. Whoa. Not up there. That's not. Is it a Twisted Mexi mod? Yes, it's better build by. Yep. By Twisted Mexi. I highly suggest it. It's great. It gives you this whole organized debug section down at the bottom. And if you turn on a filter under content, you can turn on debug and live edit. And he's sorted all of the debug and live edit objects. So it shows you all of the plants in the plant category that we have. Like this is even updated for the newest pack. So here's all the new flowers and stuff from the new expansion. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff here that you could use. and including the rocks from each one of the worlds. Highly, highly suggest. It's a fantastic mod. Fantastic mod. Tool is also very nice as well. I would suggest trying out Tool, if only, even if Tool, I suggest even if you just use it to size up carpets. Like, is this carpet a actual proper size? It actually is. There's so often, a rug is just ever so too big or too small, and you can just make it whatever perfect size you need with the Tool mod. And then, that's all you have to do. You don't have to do anything fancy. You don't have to be moving anything. Just use it for the simple things. My ads are going to start soon, by the way. If you get stuck in an ad, I appreciate you sitting through the ads. And I appreciate you being here and lurking. It's very kind and amazing. And I'll see you all in 3 minutes once the ads start. I'm still learning with the build cheats and keys. I didn't know you could resize CC until I saw imported build from the gallery. You can resize anything. Yeah, so you can resize anything. So this is an in-game chair. You can use the bracket keys. So you can use these two keys, left and right bracket, will size anything up and down. So you can do anything. And ads are playing now. Ads are playing now. So I appreciate you all being in ads or being here. I'm gonna continue placing these until ads are done. Yeah, okay. Place some more of this around. How much do I want it to go all the way around the side? Maybe not too much. Maybe we'll just sort of have it curve around. Let's place some more. I really like this one. I keep saying the same thing. I really wish I like this one a lot. I just wish it was smaller, like one tile, like a square, one tile square. I think that'd be really nice. I think I'm missing something. I think this is supposed to go around here. I heard about the brackets and then ads hit. Are you here now? Are your ads done? Can you hear me? That's not working. So you're sorry, you're back. I don't understand how the ads work. Some people get hit with a bunch of ads and other people don't. I don't understand it. I don't think a lot of us understand it, or any of us for that matter. Sometimes it doesn't even, sometimes you can hear me through the whole ads because they show us up as like, they make your screen, they make the video smaller and they show like ads in various different places on the side of the screen. Just pretend that this is here. Just pretend that this goes all the way around. Maybe I do need to put more plants there. You can barely see that. Oh, you're back. Okay, there you go, arrows. Yeah, I was just saying, you can use the brackets. Use the brackets to size these anything up in the game. You can CC or anything, basically anything. There's certain items that you can't size up, like mirrors, for example. Mirrors don't size up because of the reflection, but most items size up. And with the tool mod, so like normally, like for instance, like it's a good example of something that I would have used it on. Oh, thank you, Annalie. Thank you for shouting arrows out. So for instance, rugs, for example, let me try to explain a little bit about how sizing up works, if anyone's interested. So like, normally with the game, you can size the brackets down, or you can size things up and down with the brackets. Left bracket sizes things down, right bracket sizes things up. And normally a rug is like this, like you can, it's 100%. Like this size of the normal size is a size of 1. So like 100%. If you size it up like this is twice as big. I believe this is twice as big. And this is 75%. This is 50%. This is 25. And you can only size it down to 25% normally. But those sizes aren't really super convenient. And each time, and then, so like this is 2 times bigger, this is 3 times bigger, 4, 5, 6, and etc. And so like you can type those numbers in here, right? So if I select this with the tool mod, it turns green, so it's selected. And there's all these options with the tool menu. You can click scale, and now this is the scale menu. And you can type whatever number you want in here. So if I was to type 1, it's not going to change any size because it's already a size of 1. This is 100%. It's 100%. If I type in 2, it'll be 200%. And so it'll become it'll be as if I clicked it once with right bracket. It's twice as big. But I can type whatever number I want in here. If 1 is too small and 2 is too big, I can type in 1.5. And now maybe this rug is the perfect size. It's 1.5 times. It's 150%. It's 1.5 times bigger than it is originally. You can type in literally anything that you wanted. You could type in 1.27 if you wanted. Now that's 1.27 times bigger. You can type in whatever you want, and it's great. Absolutely fantastic. It should have it. It should be in the game. I don't really understand why there isn't like a size slider, but it's not. So you need a mod, and you can update. Like if I upload this build, even though I've used tool and I've sized things up with tool, it won't count as having CC. Okay, let's see. Rant over. I hope that was a little bit of a helpful lesson for anybody who cares. I hope that I hope that makes sense. I'm doing good. I had to go into Amsterdam for my gender clinic appointment today. So I got to splurge in Amsterdam shops. Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds really fun. Sounds like a fun day. Okay, let's continue doing this. It's a bit weird. Can I size a couple of these down? Put those down. I should add more over here as well, because I want it to look like it's grown from like this point. That's how I'm imagining it. I'm imagining it kind of all. So I should probably put something here, like a bigger bush. Maybe could also send it down here more, because I like to imagine it as coming from somewhere, from one section. I don't want to use too many. He says as he just places them literally everywhere. Let's place down this one. It should be denser over here than it is. I think that's good. I think that's probably good. And you can't see it from this side. It's transparent texture from the other side. My phone does not stop ringing today. I'm gonna shoot my phone. I hate those kind of days. Yeah, I totally get that. I get that feeling. Yeah, my niece keeps on calling me. I don't know. Well, it could be worse, I guess. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know the situation, but for me, I was thinking, well, it could be work. Like, at least it's not your boss calling you or something. I feel like that'd be worse. It would be worse for me. Like, I have like a, not worse, but just like, I have a, like, I work from home kind of thing. So I would get anxiety from a boss call because usually I kind of just do the work I need to do and then I'm done. And most of the time, I'm not really bothered. So when someone has to call me or when I get a call, I get a little bit stressed. Like, oh no, did I do something wrong? What am I doing? Let's see. I don't have a job, I wish, but nobody will hire me because I have a disability. Aw. Oh no. That stinks. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, yeah. What's your star sign? Oh wait, I missed something. Oh shoot, my phone ran out of battery and I can't find my charger. Oh no. Oh no. I got my mom some crumpets. It's very British. I love that. That's the most British thing I think I've heard. From the shop that sells British goods. I also got myself some things. Um, I resisted the urge to do a really poorly done British accent. Um, so you're welcome for not making you suffer through that. I also got myself some things. Visited tea and um, do it. No, got my mom some crumpets. Um, visited a tea and coffee specialist that I haven't been to in a while. It's called Simon Levelt. Got some smoky Hunan tea. I totally said that right. What's your star sign? I'm an Aries. I'm an Aries. My 30th birthday is in April this year. Hi, Samwise. Samwise. Can I call you Samwise? I have a learning disability. Oh, well, it's unfair that people that you can't get hired. Hello, fellow Aries. Nice, 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 nice. I don't know. I don't know if I act like an Aries. I'm not too familiar. Yes, I can call you Samwise. Okay, good, good. Yeah, I hope your day's going well, Samwise. Simon Levelt. Simon. Wait. Simon Levelt? Wait, what did you. Oh. Simon Levelt. I don't think I act like an Aries either. I don't know whether I do. Because I feel like I'm so absolutely particular about things that, like, I don't know if that's a typical trait of Aries. Usually people think that, like, oh, that's a Virgo thing, right? Everyone always says that. But, like, I don't know. I'm like super Aries. Like, I'm very Aries. Like, I looked up my chart or whatever, and like a good majority of like I don't know, like the different things said Aries. I'm not super familiar with all that stuff, but apparently I'm like very Aries. Over the years, I've been hearing how we're meant to be natural leaders. Huh. I feel like I'm a follower. um, my moon and rising is Virgo. Okay, yeah. I think all of mine are Aries, but I don't know. How does Aries supposed to act? I have no idea. Oh, how so? Hi, Lone Star. Welcome in. Hope that you're doing well. I have zero clue. I'm not really too knowledgeable in astrology, but I think it's kind of fun. I kind of wish I knew more about it because it is kind of fun. It's just kind of fun. I don't know if I really believe it, but I think it's fun. It's fun talking about and seeing if you actually match with what you're supposedly supposed to match like. I think it makes maybe slight based sense with like holidays and stuff and how it corresponds to your birthday, I guess. I don't like leading at all. I'm a follower. I can tell you that. I'm absolutely. My birthday is in September. Is that Virgo? Early September or late September? I think September is Virgo, right? Yeah, because it goes Leo and then Virgo. Leo's like at the beginning of end of July and the beginning of August, and then um September, the end of August and into September is Virgo, I think. Um, I'm the same. I don't believe in it, but it's fun to play with. I think so too. Yeah, that's how I feel. I also really like gemstones, and so are they? I guess that those are months. Those are just monthly. They're not assigned to the zodiac. Is there a different gemstone for the different zodiac signs? I know there's for the months, but I like that, I guess, too. I just like gemstones, I guess, too. So I like that. And I like the pictures. I like that there's like a different animal or like creature for each zodiac sign. I think that's fun. Cool. Oh, your birthday's 9/11. Oh, well, that's a very unfortunate birthday. It's a very unfortunate birthday. I'm sorry about that. um, how does that look? Is that looking? Is it looking good? I'm a rebel activist, but I suck as a leader. Yeah, I will follow. Yes. 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 Virgo. Yeah. Yes to Virgo, or yes to zodiac signs being having a gemstone associated with them. I actually don't know what it is. I'd be interested to actually look it up. I'm sure there is. There's so many different things that connect to them. Most of my star sign supposed trades are incredibly wrong for me. Oh, really? I need to add some more. Let's see if I can add one of these. The roof plants, you never really know whether it's going to do what you want it to. Oh, that actually fits. Like, that's actually good. Let's do that. It's kind of cute. I think that's good. I think that's good. Yes to the gemstones. Yes. Yes. My daughter's birthstone is a ruby. I believe that's January, right? I feel like, or well, January is garnet, isn't it? Or is it ruby and garnet? I'm very territorial according to my sign, and I also move slow. Okay, okay, very interesting. I find gemstones per month fun, but sadly we get diamond or zirconia. Yeah, I always liked when I was a kid. I was like, oh, mine is diamond. Okay. I feel like also they probably I think it's was all done to just try to like sell more gemstones. I would rather a garnet or ruby. Yeah. What's my favorite gemstone? What's my favorite gemstone? Definitely not diamond. I like the ones that are color changing. There's some natural color, naturally like natural gemstones that change color with UV light, and I like those ones. And I forget which one it's called. Actually, do I Hackmanite? Do I remember what that's called? Yeah, I think it's called Hackmanite. um, yeah, it changes purple in the light. I'm like, come on, like that's so cool. I would want a gemstone that changes color. I'd rather garnet or ruby. Yeah. It's July. Okay, yeah. I think some of them like overlap too. But I had a feeling. Yeah, I used to think that January was ruby, but it is garnet, I believe. I think mine is aquamarine or amethyst. I think aquamarine is amethyst is February, I think, and aquamarine is March. Correct? I mean, not wrong. Yes, when I was little, I used to think, oh my gosh, mine is diamond. That was the best one. I think it's boring and clear and overpriced now. Because they're actually more common than they actually are. But it's the hardest one. And that's fun. I think that's pretty good. I don't think I need to do any more over there. Do I need to do any more? Like, this is one of those things where, like, I could just keep doing this forever. Like, until the whole house is covered. Like, there's no place to stop. So I think that that's probably good. Let's maybe one final thing. Let's see if I can add a couple more of these around where it sort of climbed back down onto the roof. I'm just very surprised that this is working as well as it is. Because these roof plants suck most of the time. But they're like working for me right now. Which is very surprising. Maybe they changed it. I don't think they did, but yes, I think since I'm early March, I'm aquamarine, but I'd prefer amethyst, not gonna lie. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You know that aquamarine and aquamarine and emerald are both the same, like chemically the same. They're both the mineral beryl. It's just green beryls are called emeralds, and light blue beryls are called aquamarine. And amethyst is very pretty. I love the quartz gemstones. It's really pretty. Aquamarine is boring AF. I think that's true. It's true. I think emeralds are more expensive, right? Because they're emeralds, you know, and aquamarine is probably cheaper just because it's not green. Amethyst is all of March in some places, so I go by that. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure it's different depending on like the place and who you're talking to. I know that there's different gemstones for both for the months, for some months. Also, I know pearl is one of the months, but like it's not. I feel like there's more than just pearl. Yeah. Same thing with ruby and sapphire. So like ruby and sapphire are the same gem. They're the same, or they're the same mineral, I should say. They're corundum. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. I've only ever read it, but they're both the same mineral, corundum. If it's red or like a certain shade of red, it's called ruby. But sapphires are mostly blue, or like you think of them as blue, but they are literally any color other than red. So you can have green sapphires and you can have pink sapphires as long as it's not close enough to red. And you can have clear sapphires and all kinds of different things. I also like I would rather get a green sapphire than an emerald because it's harder. So like that's why watch faces are made out of sapphire glass, and like your phone camera, the camera on the back of it is coated in sapphire glass, like a clear. It's literally sapphire, it's just clear. It's because it's a really hard mineral. And so like if you bump like a ring or something against the wall, you're less likely to break your gemstone if you have a ruby or sapphire than if you were to have an emerald or an aquamarine, I believe. I do like gems. I think they're kind of fun. They're pretty. I like chemistry. Chemistry's fun. It's like pretty chemistry. Let's see. What are we saying? Mine has 4 gemstones. I claim the blue topaz for myself. That's fun. That's fun. Less boring than diamond to me, at least. True, the clear one. But does it have to be clear diamond? I don't know. Pink diamond. Maybe I would maybe pick a pink diamond. But I feel like typically it's just the clear diamond. Well, at least diamond is more worth, though. Yeah. But it's fake worth. De Beers made that up. Yeah, I know that like the diamond industry made up like they sort of artificially inflated diamonds to make them worth more than they should, and they hyped them up. Okay, I did say that right. Okay, good. They like hyped them up, like, oh, these are so great and so special, and you need a diamond for your engagement ring, to try to get people into it. But honestly, there's other gemstones that, like, if you want a really shiny, sparkly gem, I heard that like moisanites are like sparklier potentially. It also sounds like something that a moissanite salesman would say. So I don't know if it's actually true, but it could be. Okay, what am I doing? How far have I gotten? I should save. I feel like I haven't saved a single time. The worth of diamonds of a particular grade is indeed inflated. Yeah. Yep. I love how they rebranded the brown throwaway diamonds to chocolate diamonds to boost their worth. Exactly. It's all about the names. It's all about the names. Oh, I don't want my worth inflated. Yeah, I like gems. If they weren't so expensive, I feel like I would like to collect, just gemstones. Wouldn't that be like a cool thing to collect? I want to be real, goddammit. Yes. Okay, what am I doing? What should I do? Where do I need to where do I need to go? Should I complete the basement? Let's put down some barrels and things. Barrels. Not the gemstone barrel. They would maybe have some gemstones around. The Goths, maybe I feel like they would, but that's not what I was talking about. Let's do a barrel. Barrel. They make some wine and stuff. Maybe they'd have a couple barrels down here. They probably have some barrels of wine, maybe? Too? In this is just like a storage room. Like, this would have been the old, like, refrigerator room, kind of. It's here because the servants would come from the kitchen, go down the stairs, and this would be the refrigerator, basically. Let's put down a couple of the Strangerville things to look like spilled wine. And it's already in the correct color. Put down just a couple of these. Okay. What else? Miss Ariverse. Miss Ariverse, hi. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate that. Thank you for the first time chat. I appreciate you being here. Hope that your day is going well, and thank you for the lurk. Hope that your day is going well. I think I just said the same thing twice. Let's see. Let's put down the cool shelf. Bookshelf. The cool bookshelf. Yeah, the cool one. You know the one. The one that looks old. the old one. Where is it? Can't find it. One of the scrolls. I'm looking for it. That's why I can't find it. There it is. It does. Yeah. Does it have scrolls? I think maybe there was a CC one that had scrolls. No, it has a couple like rolled up somethings or other. This would be like a really old shelf. Nectar recipes, perhaps. This room is really dark. It needs another light like over here. And what else would be like in here? Probably a lot of stuff. I think I should put some sort of like, maybe like a coat storage situation. Just because I'll put a couple of these down here. There's so much space down here. I just don't know what else to do, I guess is what I was trying to say. Can you like stay on the ground actually? Okay, let's change the settings. Change settings, snap to train. Let's keep snap train on just for like a single little bit. I said snap to train. You're not snapping to the train the way I wanted you to. Can you snap? That's fine. Should be good. Okay, let's turn off snap to train because I find it annoying most of the time. All right. I'd rather be an imperfect industrial diamond with a practical use. There you go. There you go. Agreed. Agreed. A diamond that does damage. I guess I'll see you later. I gotta go out. Okay. Okay, sorry. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being here and I hope the rest of your day goes well. Thank you. Okay, let's get a light down here. I think the one I'm thinking in my brain. Yeah, a diamond that cuts. Yeah, exactly. Sharp one. That text me about an hour to get up there. The text, oh, okay. I have to go. Jake, I'll see you soon. Oh, thank you, Annalie. Yes, I will see you soon. Have a good stream, Annalie. I'm gonna cut you. Exactly, Arrows. Exactly. I'll cut you. I'm the kind of diamond that does damage. Cuts deep. Yes, thank you, Annalie. Thank you. Have fun on your stream. I will be there. I want to put. Let's just put this in the middle. That's such a dim light. Might do. I will leave that. I will change the colors of this though. I don't like how it's weird. Okay, I thought it just said all light there for a second. Sorry, I'm doing multitasking. Okay. What else do I put in this little area? Let's put some more for lack of other things. Is this a house equipped for vampire sims? It's not currently. Not really. Unless vampires can sometimes sleep in beds, right? You know what? I should put a coffin in the attic. Maybe I put a coffin in the attic just in case. Because there's a plasma fruit tree out here. I mostly put it because I like the way that it looked, but also, yeah. I think it could be for vampires. Maybe I do that. Let's get a I was just also looking at this and maybe thinking that I should have some moss grow up that trellis. Hey, oh my gosh, David. Um, how are you? It's been so long. I've been waiting for you to stream since I was here a couple weeks ago. I started a Jake inspired build. Oh, that's awesome, David. That's awesome. I've been streaming. I've been streaming. Um, we were wondering where you went, so I'm excited to see you. I hope that you're doing well. You made a Jake inspired build. That's amazing. Old castle sunk into a raised plateau. That's awesome. That's so cool. That sounds really awesome. Yeah, I'm very happy to see you, David. I'm very happy to see you. I can't lie. Oh, that's what I did. There's two windows over there. It's been a while. Probably been a while since you've been here. I made a lot of progress with this build. I can't believe I'm still building it. I'm not too bad. Stomach issues today. I typically work till 7:30 ish with a client. Okay, 7:30 ish. Like, um, where are you? Are you in the? Are you I don't know where you are. Are you in like what time is that? Like 7:30 ish, like UK time? 3:30, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, you've mentioned my cool and unique builds to a few friends on Twitch. Oh, thank you. Thank you for mentioning me. That's very kind. I'm glad to be a person that people occasionally think of when thinking about cool Sims builds. It's a fun little thing. West Michigan. Okay, Eastern time. Okay, there you go. 7:30. Okay, cool. Cool. Um oh, are you on Pacific time? Oh, okay. Yeah, New York time. It's funny that people say New York time. I know, of course, it's New York time. Stomach issues, I can relate. As an IBS sufferer, I kind of have IBS too. It's not super bad, but I kind of do as well. What else? What else? Eastern time is New York time. Yep. Yep. I'm from New York. I'm from New York State. Yep. So I'm very familiar with Eastern time. The Spooky Adams Family-esque build you were working on last time was epic. Cool. I have chronic pancreatitis. Can be challenging. Oh, doesn't sound fun. Yeah. This is the Spooky Adams family build. Yeah. Yep. Still working on it. So you're 4 hours into the future. Yes, 3 hours from Pacific time. So California is 3 hours behind, I believe. Four, yeah, 3 hours, yeah. So three, it's noon. It's 12 o'clock, 12:40, 1:40, 2:40, 3:40. So in Pacific time, they are like 12:40 right now. Eastern time is 3:40. UK time is plus 5 hours from Eastern. So it's 8:40 there right now. Um, like France time is +6 from me, I believe. So that's like all of Europe. Central European time is +6. Yep. In a really weird way. Like, it's very large zone. So no wonder that people in Spain eat so late. I feel like their schedule's got to be all screwed up because they're in the Central European time zone. My dogs are support on so many great levels. Emotional angels. Aw, nice. It's good to hear. Definitely not familiar with European except for UK area. Yeah, the UK is an hour behind for some reason, even though it's like above Europe. Like all of Europe is in a different time zone. It seems like inconvenient for no reason, but it seems like they should figure that out. Well, I don't know. Um, I wish I was in the UK or France again. Can't afford international travel for a few years less. I haven't been outside the country. I really haven't been very many places, unfortunately. I know UK is 8 hours into the future. It's very. I feel like there's a level of convenience living in Eastern time because everyone calls it like New York time, especially in the U.S. Like for media in particular. It's really nice because first of all, it's not that far away from Europe time, and it's also not that far away from Pacific time. And I feel like a lot of like media, like games, football, and such sports in general, like American sports and TV shows run like at times when I'm awake and during the day for me because they usually tend to be oriented around this time zone. And I feel like sometimes it can be a little bit inconvenient if you're on like if you're West Coast. Um, Paris has by far the most amazing breads and pastries my mouth has ever savored. Yeah, I'm sure, absolutely, of course. It'd be nice to go to Paris. It'd be kind of fun. I'm originally from the UK. I no longer live there. I recommend other Western South European countries. Yeah, of to visit or yeah, or to live, I guess, or whatever. Yeah, there's Europe. There's so many places, really cool, beautiful places in Europe that would be fun to visit. I know I am a geography nerd, so I do know all of the countries, which is kind of fun. I like whenever anyone names a country, like I picture the map in my head. Like I can just picture like where it is. I mean, Netherlands has great bread in the supermarkets too, especially compared to UK supermarkets. The US, like local, I feel like local bakeries in general, like like go to a local bakery in a lot of places and like sourdough. Like New York has some great. There's a lot of like nice local bakeries that have really great like sourdough in particular. I feel like maybe that's not as common everywhere else, but like sourdough is super popular, at least in the America or in America, I believe. It's probably is everywhere, I would assume. Um, Nerd, cute, same thing. Yes. I only got to be in London for 4 days after a week and a half walking around hilly Paris. I didn't venture out as much in London other than ABBA Voyage concert at ABBA Arena. My reason for going to London, Wicken on West End British Museum. Oh, nice. It's kind of fun. Sounds like a fun trip. Yeah, honestly, some Europeans don't even know how to categorize some places. That's fair. Well, because like there's not really there is no like real line. There's overlaps to things, especially when you get to like central like what is Central Europe? And there's definitely some countries in Eastern that could be counted as like Eastern Europe or Central Europe, and countries that could count as Western or Central Europe. Potentially, there's overlap. I think there's some of them that are very obvious, like in others that aren't as such as much. South is like Italy, Spain, France, Portugal. Yeah, that I would say so too. And then there's yeah, so like South Central, because like there's South Eastern as well, which like Greece and North Macedonia, and but those are also Baltic. Balkans, Balkans, Balkans. They're Balkans. The Baltic states are um, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. Those words are very similar. Um, my ancestral homeland. Wait, written reference to. Okay, my ancestral homeland. My spirit needs to visit there. Efteling is on my bucket list. On Halloween, go. So Poland is technically central. That's fair. Um, let's see. Poland is technically central, but Western Europeans refer to it as Eastern. Yeah, it's all relative, right? It's all relative. It's like central. It's central. It's East Central. Right now, especially, I really wish I could be traveling out of this disturbed country. I agree. I agree. Makes me want to like live in the farthest away, most isolated place I can possibly travel to. It's like, you know, like I don't know, like New Zealand is looking pretty good right now. Like where's like the farthest away that I could possibly get to my country? But I'm pretty sure it's like New Zealand is the farthest away that I can get to me right now. Let's see. My ex was from the UK. He unfortunately passed away last year. Oh, he was from northern England, not far from Newcastle. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I guess, unless you hated them, but either way. Yeah, sorry for your loss. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Um, Efteling. I know the architecture and styling will inspire you. I will look it up. Let me look it up. Efteling? Ooh, wait. Is this correct? Excuse me? Sorry, I have another stream open and I'm Efteling. Sorry, I have multiple streams open and I'm in the background. Let's see. Efteling. Look at the Efteling. I'm doing like so many things at the same time. Help. Okay, Efteling. It does look really cool. I'm seeing a big roof. I'm seeing a big roof. It looks very cool. That's amazing. Seeing a big roof. I'm sorry for, yeah, okay. I've only been in northern England and Mexico as far as traveling outside the USA. I've only been in the USA. The entrance alone is sublime. Yeah, it looks really cool. Hydrate. I'm being asked questions in the other stream. I'm not going to answer. I'm busy. Okay. Hey, Katie. How are you? Hope they're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Hope your day's going well. We're having just a geography conversation. Love it. Talking about countries and stuff. I love countries. I love geography, geology, countries. I know all of the flags, the country flags of the countries. Okay, this is what I was doing too. We're also like building. I'm building a house. I'm building a house for the Goths. So that's what we were doing. Good. Waiting 2 hours for my sim to be done with my quest in Sims Free Play. A real life, a Sims game that uses real hours sounds like a lot. It sounds kind of interesting though. I've never played anything like that. I've never played Sims Free Play, but it sounds interesting for sure. Yeah, I don't know if that'd be like a lot of waiting. It's really fun. That's cool. I should try it out. I should check it out for sure. The country flags of the countries. Yes. Well, I know all the flags. Someone was like, well, do you know the flag of this? I know they named some like small. They didn't name a country. Like, no. I know the flags of the countries. I remind streamers I like to remember. I like to remember to take care of self, especially hydration for talking. Thank you, David. Yeah, I appreciate that. It's really fun. I love the quests. Cool. I used to play. What did I used to play? There's all kinds of like different like little like games where like make little towns and things. I used to play. Does anyone remember like a Smurfs one? Because I used to play like a Smurfs game where like you'd make like a little Smurf village, and like when I was in middle school and like high school, I used to love that game. It was a very, very cute game, and it would require like you make something, and it takes like 2 to 8 hours to make the house for them to like assemble it and stuff. That's a game I have not played since my teen years. Yeah, I feel like that game is pretty old, isn't it? It's been around for a while. I bought a pack today for 2 new cat breeds and extra items. Oh, nice. It was hard to choose between that and the pug pack. I literally know nothing about The Sims Free Play. I'm so sorry. My dad was from the north. Urmston. I am. At one point, I did do a geography game for the UK counties. So like for a brief amount of time, I did know them all. But it was a brief time. Speaking of quests, I shouldn't be surprised EA has several long available debug books as new rewards. Oh, really? Interesting. That doesn't surprise me either. I'm looking for a bed very poorly and slowly in a distracted way. Let's make my life easier while we're talking. Let me type in black. I'll probably do the base game one actually, or this one. Wait, this one's pretty. The Royals, in the Royals quest, in the Royals quest rung. They have live quests and game quests that you can unlock, and quests you can unlock items or packs with extra items you can build. Oh, interesting. That's cool. That's cool. In the Royal Quest, wrong. Yeah, I haven't done the Royals Quest. I want to do it all at once so I can enjoy it more, because it's kind of like a show. Like they're kind of fun. Like I think it'd be kind of fun, like make a sim and do the whole thing, all at once. And it's kind of like a TV show where like all the TV shows, when you first watch the TV show, you have to wait a week for the next episode to come out, and then by the time the week comes around, you've forgotten what happened last week. That's how I feel with these events. So I can never like pay attention to what's happening. So I'm like, maybe I just wait until it's all together so I can do it all at once and enjoy it. So I can like pay attention and not lose interest because I don't remember what happened last time. Let's see, what did I remember? One of my friends has been desperately searching his ancestry and trying all of them for a passport. Oh, really? That's kind of interesting. I'm trying to like find the other. Wait. Okay, let's see. Oh, ads start in 5 minutes. Okay. You can have a town of custom houses. Oh, that's kind of fun. Yeah, that's definitely somewhere where this game is lacking, that you can't really change anything about the world at all. It's like a set dressing. I hope he gets one. So far I can control 23 Sims. Oh, okay. Should be all available next week. Yeah, okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Yeah, I don't like that I can't pay attention to them. The Royals quest is actually kind of good. There's a lot of lore in this one, way better than the Adventure Waits one. Okay, that's good to know. I'm excited for it then. I look forward to it for sure. This actually kind of matches. Let's size it up. Probably like 1.5, maybe smaller. Was that really 1.5? Let's do 1.25. That's good. Just scooch it up just a little bit so it's not clipping with the base of the fireplace. And let's see. Yeah, I'm excited for the quest for it then. I think they are kind of fun when they're good. I wish that they were repeatable scenarios. Like I wish that they just made it a scenario. They're like maybe okay, like in a few months. Like maybe you have to do it now to get the stuff right now. But if you didn't do it, they'll release it as a scenario that you can do in like 3 months or something. Or make it an annual event. Just make this event happen at this time of year every year. Would be my choice. I think I heard my name again. I'm lurking in another stream, and I think she's talking about me. I'm waiting as well to but in part because I haven't patched. Yeah, I waited a long time because I use so many mods. Yeah, I use so many mods I need to wait. The inspect paintings at the museum was not there. No paintings had the options needed when I clicked on inspect, I think. Yeah, I've had issues with it before. What packs does everyone have or not have? I have all the packs. I'll show you. Look. And I have all of the packs. I'm not missing any. I'm not missing any packs. I didn't buy any of them. Skip the SpongeBob. Skip the SpongeBob stop. I just couldn't. There's no SpongeBob pack. I don't know what you're talking about. It's yeah. SpongeBob pack. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. It's around Manchester. Oh, okay. I don't have a Royals pack. For what I've seen, it has quite a few reused items from previous packs. Reused animations on this pack is the start of EA going a lot cheaper system than they're going with. Yeah. I also think, however, if there's, I guess there's a fine line between making it cheap and stuff, but I think this pack, from what I've seen, looks really good. And there is a lot of stuff that was reused. However, if in this case, I feel like it has allowed them to add more things than they otherwise could have, including maybe focusing on other aspects of the pack. So if that's the case, then that's great. But if they're just going to shove a bunch of crap down our throats that's reused, that's one thing. But I don't think that's quite the case here. I think that it makes it feel more complete than it otherwise could have been if they made everything new. Ads are going to start in 15 seconds. So I appreciate you all sitting through ads if you do end up sitting through ads. Okay, thanks. Barely seen London, but mostly been to Newcastle and Sunderland. He did after being rejected by Lithuania, Italy, and Ireland for various reasons. He got Canadian. Oh, interesting. Love Canada. Canada's amazing. Love Canada. Missing a bunch of kits, but I have basically everything else. Yeah, I completely skipped Enchanted by Nature. That's fair. I really like that pack. I think it's I think the world is maybe a bit. There's parts of that world that I don't really enjoy, but I do like I like the pack, but I also like occults. So, but if you don't like occults, then of course I would skip it for sure. Honestly, I don't know if you can hear me. Ad's starting soon, so you can hear me. I think. Honestly, they'd be doing well in terms of boycotting US goods. Very good for them. They should, and they should continue doing that for the foreseeable future, in my opinion. Did it play ads? It said it kind of just skipped them, I think. It's so sad how long people waited for fairies and they didn't live up the hype at all. Really? I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. I think they did a pretty decent job. I don't know what people are expecting, I guess. I think it's kind of, I like it. I think the world is, again, pretty, I think the world is maybe questionable, perhaps. I like some of the areas, and those are the things I don't like. Some people are thrilled about the world. I think the fairies are cool. I just saw that there will be a new Canada-Mexico trade system coming since, yes, forced its cankles, yes, forced its tariffs on the world, yes. Yes. Yeah. Very unfortunate. Since free play has been around for 14 years and unlocks new quests and events every month since it's released. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. I wasn't interested in that pack, but I feel you guys that wanted fairies only to not live up to expectations. I don't know. I think that they are kind of ad break for you. Okay, there was an ad break for you. Oh, there's an ad break now. It started. I don't know. It's being weird. I think it's because they had to wait for so long, and many of the cults feel too similar, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah. I think I don't know. I don't know. I'm also an apologist, so I guess I don't know. I think it's all right. I think it's all right. I think it's better than it would have been if they all came to the same pack, you know, like they did in Sims 3. And I think they are better than the Sims 3. I think like each occult is better than the Sims 3, personally. But I guess that's my own personal opinion. But you can argue that there's things that they could have added more to, and maybe could still add with future cross pack stuff later down the line. I'm gonna wait a couple more seconds till I read that so Lone Star can hear me. If they aren't here. Let's see. Okay, welcome back from ads. Anyone who's in ads, they're trying to sell me dog treats and medical service. Nice, nice. The pond. Wait, let's see. Did I miss anything? The pond needed to transfer Sims into fairies has never had a single enchanted option, only regular water spots. Wait, the pond needed to transfer Sims into fairies has never had a single enchanted option. Only regular water spots sucks. Only can make fairies with cheats. Oh, huh, interesting. It's weird. Very weird. And it's no offense on the American everyday people. We boycott or reduce our buying. We want to choke out your big brands. I want to choke our big brands as well. I completely agree. Is this okay to talk about? I don't mind. If anything makes me feel awkward, I will stop talking about it, or I'll skip your message. But I personally do not mind, and I agree, and I think it's important to talk about. Yeah, if there's anything I don't want to talk about, I'll mention it, I guess. But yeah, no, I agree. I agree. I hate that like food companies, like I hate that like all of our food is owned by like 4 brands. It's awful. Um, Spinning Plum Bombs, custom occult states are as good or probably better than EA's. That creator is a fierce and clever queen. Yeah, yeah, that's absolutely fair. Yeah, there's some of their stuff is really worth checking out for sure. I'm back from ads too. Okay, yeah, thanks for letting me know, Katie. I appreciate that. By the way, I don't the ads are a bit strange, so I don't understand why every call has like a detect emotions ability when the game tells you their emotions when you start a conversation with them. Like I've never understood the purpose of that. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Choke out the companies that endorse. Yes, yes. Agreed. Agreed. I'm not a fan of Call Sims, but I only bought Vampires and Werewolves for the cast and better and build by. Yeah. Um, they both have really good build by for sure. Yeah. Oh, I like I agree with that too. Since we in the Netherlands moved away from US brands, our own supermarkets and also European brands have been taking up the helm. Very cool. Like Swedish Santa Maria brand has started doing Doritos but better. I've always thought so ever since this whole situation has happened. Um, I've sort of hoped that it would sort of steer people away from America a little bit. I think it would be beneficial for people to sort of be less reliant on America for things, I guess. Um, and also, I think it's kind of funny because that's not his point in doing all of this stuff. I doubt that he would want that to happen, but he's a moron, so it is happening. It's one of our supermarkets have started doing own brands, own brand Pringles too. Well, nice, nice. It's cool to see that happening. I think that's fine. I want it centered, but it's not going to be. Should I put a shelf up here? Um, I thought he held more cards than he did. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what. It's difficult to tell what he was thinking. I still have black enabled. I don't usually ever have that enabled. Like I don't ever use the color filters. I like non-US foods. There is an awesome Middle Eastern, Bosnian, Eastern European foods market. Awesome homemade hummus in their deli case, freshly made breads. So much to choose and great produce. Clients' family in South Asia, they have introduced me to a lot of good Vietnamese foods. Cool, that's cool. I don't know if he truly thinks. Um, yeah, I think he does. I go back and forth between. I think a lot of times that they're just incorrect about things, but a lot of things they do is malicious, and they do it on purpose, and they're less stupid and more just malicious. So I think it's dangerous calling them stupid. But then on the other hand, so the things that they try to do that are trying to be beneficial to them are actually self-defeating in the long term for them and for America, if that's their point. I like the shelf. Put maybe some. I love spellcasters and spinning plum bulbs. Plant Sims mod. I almost tried the Plant Sims mod. I haven't tried it yet. Bugs are bothering me. Um. Yeah. I almost tried the Plant Sims mod. Then I never got around to checking it out. It does look really cool. I should definitely try it. I almost used it for my call save. Let's see, what am I doing? I'm looking for little things that I can put up on the shelf. Yeah, I'm a plant. I like plants. I'm a plant sim in real life. And they come with bugs. Fungal gnats. I feel like calling them uneducated or stupid does nothing. Like they do not care about us as human beings. Um, so they don't care if we call them stupid. But they should. They sure even called them weird. Yeah, exactly. True. Give to the other supermarkets when you can. I know it's a tall order in the U.S. Yeah, it's the same thing with anything. Do what you can if you can, but if people can't or mentally or physically, don't feel obligated to do it, or don't feel obligated or and don't. What am I gonna say? Well, I meant to say don't bully. Because not everyone has the mental capacity or the physical ability to boycott or whatever. Soothing and calm tones. Thank you. I think it's. I think so too. Do I want to do? Let's do paneling on this back wall, maybe. Let's try black. I'll do that. Yeah, that looks good. I'm glad you like it, David. Yeah. The political talk I'm okay with to a degree. I guess I will say that like I might not always be up for it. Uh, just because, especially after last year, I've been really having to like avoid the news just to keep my own sanity. Speaking of bullying, I saw someone online say that we need to boycott pharmaceutical companies, and it's like I love the attitude, but people need their medicine. Exactly. That's why it's kind of awful. And people need their food too. And these companies know it. They know that. That's why they can charge outrageous prices and stuff. It's because they know that people need it. I have a feeling I will learn a lot about building when I catch your streams. Any chance you ever stream past 7:30 p.m.? Any chance I stream at not too frequently. No, unfortunately not really. There might be an occasion where I would start stream later, but rarely. It would be rare. I also think it would be kind of cool to do like a late night stream that I play a different game or something, perhaps, for a little bit. As far politics, I don't trust one side or the other, including those that claim to be on our side. Exactly, because they have ulterior motives for sure. Most are essential, yes. One thing I know, but this is only the about the established fascists, not the followers. The established folk hate being made fun of. They thrive on being scary. Yeah. No, I agree. I agree, Eros. That's my stance as well. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's very unfortunate, but we have to deal with it the best that we can. It's also like all of this too, what we're talking about is also part of the reason why I'm also like, I really cannot possibly be bothered about what The Sims is doing right now. I can't possibly like care about who owns The Sims when I feel like my whole country is falling apart. And I use it as like an escape from that. And then all of a sudden that's being taken from me too. And again, I don't want to get too, we're already pretty deep into this, but my, something else too is that like, you know, a lot of people use this as an escape. Yeah, there's bigger problems. It doesn't mean that this isn't important too. And it is frustrating. But yeah, I use this as an escape. I forget what I was gonna say. Like, you know, I imagine how much. Yeah, I agree, David. 100%. Very unfortunate. But also at the same time, maybe this will get people taking things seriously, a little bit more seriously than before. I do have an issue with EA, but there's much bigger. Exactly. I think so too. I adore that woman. I think she would have been amazing for sure. Let's put books up here. Yeah, I forget what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something else about the buyout. Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. It's very kind. I'm glad that my political talk hasn't steered anyone away. Maybe it has. That's why I don't want to talk about it too much either, because I do use this game as an escape, and I want that to be a place for other people too. It is important to talk about, but maybe not all the time, you know. I was gonna say that too. That like when it comes to boycotting things, you can't boycott foods, you can't boycott medicine very easily. Those things are like necessities. You can't boycott necessities. You can't boycott gas. You maybe you work for a terrible company. You can't just boycott it. You'd lose your job, and then you can't do that. So what do people bully you about? They bully people for not boycotting the things that they have control over, right? Like oh, you can have control over the things you enjoy in your life. the things you enjoy, your hobbies, those are things that you're supposed to boycott because they're the only things that are optional. Your happiness is optional, basically. And so you should be boycotting everything that's bad in the world, even if you like it. And then people bully people for not doing it. Let's see. As an non-American, I would take Ahmad Bernie. Yeah, there's a lot of people I would take. Like basically anyone, almost anyone except him. The thing about EA boycott is that I haven't seen anyone do any actual outreach for that. For it, that doesn't include judgment. Yeah, boycott done by a few individuals is just personal choice, not a movement. True. I refuse to directly support EA by buying from them. Mostly use one discount site with much better prices than constantly promoted instant gaming. Yeah, that's fair. You can't boycott your entertainment, otherwise you might as well play with rocks. That's what I'm feeling. Like I don't really want to be a hermit in the middle of the woods. Also, thank you Samwise for the follow. I also feel like EA wouldn't give a shit after everyone's tries to boycott the last EP. Like they made too much money alone already. Please. Most of the people attacking others are performative activists. Yeah, I agree. I support people wanting to give up the game and stop buying packs. That's your own choice, and that's completely fair. But getting pissed off at others and whether they make content on the game or not, attacking them for their choices is not good. It's very unfortunate. I want to add a couple more of these that are sized down, just to add some variation. Is my dog scratching at the door? Let's do that one. Yeah, it's a good song, right, David? Yeah, complicated, terrible world, but we can only do the best we can. Are you building the castle? Are you building the castle for the new pack? I feel like I got to build a castle or palace at some point, right? Right now, I don't know if you're talking about right now, but like right now, I'm building my Goth house. Still, I'm trying to get it finished. I might work on it a little bit off camera. I might do some of the boring stuff off camera and just show some progress because I feel like I've been doing this for so long. I've seen people saying that you're a part of the problem if you just play The Sims still. Yeah, like how is using a piece of property I already own doing something bad? Especially if you're not streaming it, Alexander. If like according to people, like again, I don't personally care. I think your happiness is important. And again, some people work as streamers. Mid-tier streamers make money from this, and it's their job. And not everyone, and like changing a game to a different game is really detrimental. And again, that's their job. You can't bully people for not being able to financially switch to a different game. Right? Like that's part of it too, is people get all mad, pissed off, and thinking that you need to be some activist when you didn't really. Not everyone feels like they're able to physically or mentally take on that burden. It's a burden. We don't want to be complacent, but and I don't want to be complacent, but there are a lot of things that we have to be complacent about in the world that we live in, and it's just very sad. Like how's yeah. And also, what are they doing? Oh, yeah, exactly. Also, we're all talking on Twitch right now, by the way, which is owned by Jeff Bezos, who supports the Orange Man. Yeah, it's also a great thing, and we're all having a great conversation about these bad people, and it brings people together. So it's also a good thing made by bad people. Just like a lot of things are, unfortunately. And that's being generous. A lot of YouTubers attacking other simmers are rage farming for their career rather than doing anything of worth. Exactly. I actually, for the most part, agree. I've done activist work since my tweens in secondary school, and um, I've seen a shift in people just parroting online stuff and not understanding the root cause. Yeah, yeah. I think people don't actually do a lot of research into things before they start speaking out. They and then they all bully at someone in particular. You know, like just like they all go hard, and like all of a sudden, leaving the EA network is the right thing to do because everyone's saying it is, and therefore anybody who doesn't leave is the bad person, and it corners people. It's similar to when people start to shame others for their health habits. I'm in the public health sector, and we know for a fact that um, shame does not help someone create a sustainable change. So why would that work when it comes to this? Exactly. 420 helps my psyche cope with current times better. To be honest, that's fair. That's fair. Absolutely. To be honest, those people talking could have already boycott since Dine Out, and yet they're here the same pack count as others. Yeah, exactly as Samwise. Like, how long has EA been bad? We've been now complaining about EA being bad and Maxis being good for years. I don't understand. I I don't really see a huge difference, especially not yet. They're just as bad as they've always been. Okay, maybe they're worse, but they've always been really bad. Um, so many people lose the plot is the issue. Unrelated but sad, beige moms came from a moment about toys being natural dyes, about toys using natural dyes which are safe for kids, and then Pinterest moms took it and started spray painting toys. Yeah, with toxic spray paint. Exactly. Movement. Yes. Yeah, I saw similar in certain fandoms where even about fictional enjoyment. Some actually attack people for dark fiction enjoyment, and I'm flabbergasted. Yeah, Jeff Bezos is the last person I would trust. He will more likely switch to Democrat if someone that's a Democrat becomes president. Yeah. Oh, didn't mean to reply to you. Yes, yes. Fuck Jeff Bezos. Trying rough. Yes. What am I doing here? I want to put let's put another plant. Um, so true, Ella. I feel like some creators who've been saying The Sims 4 is garbage for over a decade are still talking about it. Like, you can just talk about things you enjoy instead. Oh, absolutely, for sure. I want to do the plan. I want to like finish. I think that just by the way, I think we're gonna finish this room, and I might be calling it a day. Um, but yeah, it's not black and white. The world is not black and white for sure. Think about all the great things in the world that are made by bad people, and like all of the communities that have been formed due to products that are created by terrible people, and all the friends that I've made a lot of friends through this already, and I haven't even been around for that long. Just like not even from being a streamer myself, but like through other streams, I've made a lot of friends, and a lot of good people. Like, I've met a lot of really, really good, kind-hearted people who are amazing, and it all stems from a, terrible companies and terrible people. There was a Bozo the clown character, yeah, when I was a little boy. He's a sad clown. I like to call him Bozo. Yeah, that's fair. Ever since I saw people threatening to harm each other in a comic book character power level thread, I was like, oh my gosh, I think I'm done. Um, I'd like to do like some sort of. Is there anything spooky here that I could put up here? That's small. This is from Life and Death. Why is it so cute? An urn. How about this? Let's size this. Can this be sized down? It can. Let's put this. And maybe I'll put a candle as well. Let's do lighting. Gold would be able to be seen more, so I think I'll do gold. And I think I might do, this actually goes up here as well. I think I'm going to put another one like this. This one I'm going to size down though. And I'm going to get the flame to go away. So if you didn't know, I'm going to get this flame to go away by using the tool mod to bring this up. If you don't have, or better build by, I mean, if you don't have better build by, you'd have to go in with a sim and do this, which is still possible, but I'm going to dim it all the way down to black, and I'm going to make it completely dim. That'll make the flame go away. If you don't make it completely dim, the flame will still be there. But if you do that, it will stay dark. One candle for each person sleeping in the bed. Exactly. I like to think that their magazines from the nature event are called Touch Grass Weekly. That's very funny. I love that. Yeah. Life and Death was such a rare, great pack with lots of items and additions. Why can't you make that kind of quality? I heard that there are multiple different expansion pack teams. There's 3 of them, and they cycle. So if you have a good pack, I heard that from Little Simsy as well, by the way. So I do trust her with that information. I do trust that it's correct. You never know. Take it with a grain of salt, I guess. But I do believe that's correct. And I forget, people were concerned about Enchanted by Nature because that was the one team that people have had concerns about, I guess. But it just, like the good packs, I think Lovestruck. I think maybe they made Lovestruck as well. But it depends on the pack, the team. You know, people are only people, and people have different opinions on what they think is good and what they need to focus on. So I don't really. I understand I'm an apologist, but I'm like, maybe I think it just depends on the people in charge. Unfortunately, it's not really like EA is so terrible right now, why don't they just always do good? I think it's just about getting the right people on it, you know. Unfortunately. What was Lovestruck like? Oh, let me go back. Let me see if I missed. One candle for each person sleeping on the bed. Exactly. This gives me Dark Academia vibes for sure. Cool. I'm glad. That's definitely the vibes. It's definitely the vibes. Should I do a mirror? What would go here? I think I might do this. I used this already, but maybe if I change the swatch and not care very much that it's the same, it'll be fine. What is Lovestruck? Let's see. Lovestruck was very WTF. The world is shite. It's not the best world, for sure. I think it's pretty. I like the plants and stuff, but it's all right. It's all right. I'm not too picky about the worlds, I guess. I am in some ways, like I mentioned, with the lots actually being butted up to the road is really important to me. So I can have control over my build, be able to do what I want with it rather than being forced into some box because of some weird like gate. What is Lovestruck like? Lovestruck? I like Lovestruck. I mean, I'm a terrible person to ask. I'm so terrible because I'm like, oh, I love that pack about like everything. I'm the worst, I have to say. I'm much I like that. I like the penthouse lots. We haven't gotten penthouse lots in a long time. But I think that some people love Lovestruck and other people don't. I think it's that there's not like an in between. I feel like for sure. But also I'm a builder, so anything that adds new build mode items is something that I like. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Wicked Whims is still better. Yes, that's for sure. I can say that with certainty. I was disappointed they didn't take enough risk with making it as raunchy as older games. I don't know. Honestly, I actually disagree with that because I think that Love Struck was the most risky that they've been in years. True, like it's not like there's not men dancing in cages or something like there's not like Sims dancing in cages sort of risky, but to be it is pretty risky. Do I ever use curtains over mirrors? That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I mean I have in the past for sure. And actually I should do that actually here. I've been using these as windows. Like I've been sort of putting these down as to make it feel like a window. So maybe I do that here as well. Could probably do this as well. I do that. Let's see, what did I miss? Did you ever use curtains over mirrors? Yeah, but you're right, Lone Star. I do wish that they were more risky than as they were in the older games with in terms of pushing that boundary a little bit because it just makes it more fun as an adult, I guess. Um, my favorite world is Strangerville. Only con is the little amount of lots for sure. Agreed. I do love Strangerville a lot. Again, something that bothers me is the fancy area. It's the same thing as in Glimmerbrook, where like just I want those lots to be against the road so I can do whatever I want with them, but I'm limited by the fact that they have these winding gravel paths that are built into the world, and they put the lot at the end of that. Like, please, Sims Team, stop doing that. Please never do that again. And they always do. Um, YMMV. Your mileage may vary. Is that what you mean by that? I had to look it up. Um, is in response to Love Struck? Because I feel like that would apply. Let's see. I play on Xbox One, so mods are out of the question for me. Oh no. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you play on Xbox. um, I use Wicked Whims now. That is risque fun. I have Whims installed right now, allegedly. Also quality. I totally use it for the save reminders. Totally use it for the save reminder. That's why I have it downloaded, of course. Also, quality is sometimes subjective based on personal taste. Exactly, right? Like, depends on if you like gameplay more, if you like building more, like, um, and what you're looking for. Everyone's different. Some worlds, some people would be like, "Oh my gosh, I love Ciudad Enamorada. I will use it all the time." We never get any South American inspired worlds. I love it so much. And other people like, I don't want that. I'll never use it. I don't like that style. So it just depends on your perspective. Um, I couldn't play Sims outside of a PC for me. It's like Minecraft. I used to play Minecraft on my. I still play in the same Minecraft world. My Minecraft world's turned 10 years old this year. I started it on the Xbox 360 in 2016 in February, I believe. And I moved it to the Xbox One, then it changed to Bedrock Edition, and now I play it on my PC. But I couldn't ever go back to a console game. I don't think in that way, or console Minecraft. Um, I think the two 20 by 30 lots on the right area of Strangerville map have become the 20 by 30 lots on the right area of Strangerville, the top right, have become my favorite build lots of user friendly. Absolutely. Those lots are very beautiful. I agree. I need to have PC, Minecraft, and Sims. I agree. I used to play. I used to play on PS4 for years before switching to PC. Yeah, I don't think I could go back to a controller even. I got used to playing with a controller that I felt uncomfortable playing on keyboard or mouse. I played on cousin's PC gaming before. It's whatever you're used to, right? Because if you were to end up switching to computer and play it for a long time, you'll start to feel the opposite way. I think that's pretty good. I might put that same thing over there. See, where was I? I got very used to playing with the controller. Yeah, okay, fair. The terracotta on Love Struck is amazing. The wallpapers, or in like on the builds, because I agree with both. The terracotta is really pretty. The wallpaper. There's no controller integration on PC for Minecraft or what? Steam controller integration. I do not know about Steam. I don't know about Steam in terms of controller integration for The Sims. I like it, but daylight washes out the color so much. Yeah, that's fair. I'm getting like really close to being done with this room, I think. Let's put down a keepsake box. Maybe put down one that's fancier, if at all possible, like this one in black. In gray, I guess. And I already put that there, so I can't use that again. I was thinking maybe the bird, if I could find the bird in here from that one back. That's what I was thinking, the bird. That actually fits. It's from Paranormal. Might do that. Let's see. Are you mainly a build by cast or gameplay person? I am mostly a build by. I'm mostly build by. I do make Sims. I do like cast a lot. I do like cast. I do like making Sims. I don't know if I'd do it on stream, but I do like making Sims. It's kind of fun to make Sims sometimes. Vampire. I have a decent amount on my gallery. I made this guy with the tattoo tool. He's hand painted. He's CC free, and I hand painted his wood grain. I called him an Arborling. He's from my fantasy save, my cult save. So yeah, I like making Sims sometimes. His moss is all painted on. Yes, hand painted. So yeah, I do like gas. It's fun. That's so cool. Thank you. I'm glad you like him, Samwise. Yeah, I need to add these Sims to my save file too, my regular save file. I want to make them a house. And, I just made a save file where one sim impregnates anything and everything. I gave him a light green skin, so I'll be able to spot his offspring easier based on Cutie Sim's Greenville world. She is another favorite streamer on here. I think he said she has been in Jake's streams. Oh, interesting, cool. Yeah, I'll have to check her out. Or I'll have to check her out. I think he said she has been in Jake's streams. Yeah, that's cool. I'll have to check out her streams. I didn't know you have a gallery. I'd have to check you out. Oh, thank you, Samwise. Yeah, it's the same as my. If you didn't see, it's the same as my Twitch ID. It sounds like a fun challenge, though. I'm gonna put that down for lack of just because no, I won't. It doesn't. It does. It clashes with that. I'm gonna do actually. Let's do the incense burner. If you can't tell, I am starting to like. I feel like I've been streaming for a long time. So I am being a little bit antsy, and I apologize if it comes across as me being antsy. I'm having a great conversation with you guys, but I'm starting to get like my energy level is like started to go down quite a bit. Oh, she's on most weekends. One of the kindest people. Oh, nice. I definitely will keep her in mind. I'll have to check it. I'll definitely have to check her out. Um, okay, I think that's good. I want to put a chair in here, maybe. Is there any spot where I can put a chair? Probably one right there. I have one in my brain I just immediately thought of, and I don't know if it's the right one. This is the one I had in my mind. Like, this is the one that immediately popped into my brain. I feel like that swatch is actually perfect. I feel like this is a cute bedroom. You said curtains on here. I think that you might be right about that. Let's put these ones, size them down a bit. How about that? I know you probably, maybe you meant like a full curtain, but I don't know. That's kind of cute. I think that's kind of cool. I think that's cool. How much red do I want in here? Do I want to do that? I had him use a woohoo bush. 7 woohoos with 7 sims. I think 5 were female. There's more male sims were able to be pregnant. 6 times try for baby. Let's. I think that's kind of fun. I like that detail. Yeah, I think that's probably pretty good. I was thinking about maybe putting something on the wall there, but I don't know what I would put there. But I think that's really, really cute. Making some progress, making a little progress. Did the outside moss basically, and did 1 bedroom. How's that for some progress? Okay. Okay, I think I'm good for today. How are we feeling? How are we feeling? I think we're good. Thank you guys for the conversation today. It's been really fun. It's been very interesting, very intriguing. I like having a good old adult conversation on occasion. Not always. Sometimes I need to like step back from that, from all the nonsense in the world, but it was kind of fun. I just ended a zombie experience in a world. Both land grabs were unalived. I didn't want all the Sims in the save to be no more. I love that mod. I go through phases with the gameplay. That's kind of fun. I've never tried that. I would actually not be opposed to them re-adding zombies into The Sims 4. I'd be interested. I'm so glad I could watch. I'm glad to have had you back here, David. It's been a while. I'm glad to have you here. It was fun. But yeah, I think we are going to go on a raid. I love the Sims 3 Zombies mod. They were fun. They were definitely interesting for sure. So we're gonna go on a raid. Tell streamer Jake said hi. We're gonna go raid Annalie. We're gonna go raid my friend and mod Pigletish. Go and tell her I said hi. She's also playing The Sims. She's building a hotel. Good night, Samwise. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for sticking around today. It's been really fun. Thank you for the follows. Also, just to follow literally just now, less than a minute ago. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for all the follows. You all been great, and for the conversation. It was fun. It was fun, and I hope that all of you have a great rest of your day. See ya. Bye. Goodbye. Bye.